For a year, I've asked you to bring stuff in here. Then the minute I put something out, you like, yo, where's mine? At what point do you get tired of asking motherfuckers and you say, all right, I accept where you put it, where you left it. I'm wrong?
I don't really fully understand.
Yeah, no,
The man walks in here with snacks, juice. Now, because I told him he don't drink water, he comes in here with water. He don't never ask, yo.
Why don't you just fill the fridge?
For who?
Him and you.
Why would I? This is not my son.
Talk about yes.
See? Look, listen to him. Just let him talk. Just let him talk.
No, I'm talking about you, yes. You could just fill the fridge.
Yeah, why you
I should come here and fill his fridge?
See?
Yeah, because you be here, you be eating the shits.
No, not here.
You don't eat nothing here.
I ate one time your mom's cooked. Oh, matter of fact, and you've cooked me breakfast like 2 or 3 times last summer.
So you'll cook your cousin breakfast, but you won't go to the movies with him?
Yeah, if I'm eating, that's just
Yeah,
polite.
yeah,
if I'm in the house and I'm about to eat, I'm trying to offer whoever's here.
That's
That's
true.
not how I heard the story. You just said,
Don't try to do that. Don't try to do that.
Sound like
But we're not going to make plans to go on a date together. Okay, what y'all say? I'm not doing it.
It's fam.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Listen,
Tell him
If me and Trom go out, most time we taking both cars. It's not getting his car.
No, that makes sense. Like, I'll meet you there.
I'm not going to be a passenger.
really?
Sitting there like this.
I'll be a passenger.
Not in my car. Fuck that.
I'm actually with you on the movie thing. Like, yeah, I've never gone to the movie with just one other dude.
It's got to
If
be
a
two or
group of
better.
us, yeah.
It's got to be two or better.
Yeah.
Drew would.
Of course, I have.
You've gone to the movies with one other nigga.
Yeah.
And y'all sat next to each other.
Yeah.
And shared popcorn.
No.
Y'all shared a hot dog?
Nah, fuck.
Goobers?
Y'all was like this on both ends of the hot dog?
No, we did the same shit. We took separate cars. We watched a movie.
What movie?
Talked about it. Shit was a while ago. It was like
Notebook.
The Galaxy.
Yo, what?
This shit that's so lame. You can't even do nothing. This shit crazy.
What's the separate cars thing, though? I don't get that. Like, I don't...
That doesn't make sense.
Especially with parking around here. Listen, I'm going to leave my car parked. I will be a passenger.
Not in my car. I will act like I got somewhere else to go. I'm not driving you back.
Send him in the back.
He's not sitting in the back of me.
You're not driving me
Fucking
back?
mercenary? No, absolutely not. All right, enough of these conversations because I'm really not as homophobic as I come across. Welcome back to So Shameless, y'all. Y'all already here. The guys are in the building. I know most of the ladies in the No Shame gang already exited. They said, all right, Dodge isn't here.
Out.
I'll see y'all later. It is I, DJ Trom.
What's happening?
DJ Trauma. Yesterday.
Yes, sir.
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
Bro? I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Good day.
And finally, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, y'all. Okay, every week I have to sit here and be berated. Let me be careful, because I know she's around here somewhere. Dodge, you know you could just click on the Discord. The link is in there. You could just join the Zoom, because I know she's watching. Because her husband, Drew, aka Gunner, I named him that. Nobody calls you Gunner no more, huh?
Nah, some people in the Heart of Soft still.
Yeah, they still call you Gunner. Has joined us for a conversation. Now, the reason I wanted to have this conversation with me, Trom, and Drew is because, first of all, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm chill.
How you feel?
Lazy.
You don't feel like a little bitch? You was crying on the at the wedding. This nigga had the wrinkled face. They feel like a little girl up there crying in front of all your friends and family, weeping.
It is what it is. It's family, it's friends. You got to be vulnerable around them.
Yeah. Were you crying because you was marrying Dodge?
Yeah.
That's one. That's one, Dodge. That's one.
Just take my text Tahoe. Text me. That's it. Text
Were you crying because you're marrying a woman who doesn't cook for you in the summer?
Jesus Christ.
Doesn't want to suck your dick? Like, I can understand. I wouldn't cry for you. You're my friend. Yeah, I'm going too hard. I'm going too hard.
Gone too far.
What were the tears? What is that feeling Like, I guess it's elation, but what is that feeling?
Yeah, it definitely was elation. But right before,
This
I
nigga's
was
nervous.
Like,
Look
I
at
was
him.
nervous.
Look at his hands. Look at this nigga's
sorry.
nervous.
Not
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it again, but like I was nervous that whole day. Then as I'm sitting at the top of the steps, I'm like, "Hey, I'm good. I got this." Come around the corner, it's like once I heard everybody start celebrating me, that's when the like emotion started coming through. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna cry."
This is
and
real.
I'm looking away from everybody now, and I'm talking to my man's Dave, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna cry on this one. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry." That's just what I kept saying to him.
When like during the vows?
No, it was when I walked up to the altar?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the altar. He has his back turned, so we all walk in, right? So basically, he's facing the pulpit.
Well, at first I'm facing everybody, so I'm seeing the groomsmen and the bridesmaids come in. Then I had to turn around before Dodge gets up there.
Okay.
And then at a certain point, they tell me, "Okay, turn around," so you can see her once she's like coming down the aisle.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a lot.
Nah, he was crying before he turned
I
around.
was crying.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The
Before
whole
he
thing.
turned around, you just seen him sitting there like, and I knew, but I guess this is a feeling. First of all, you were engaged for how long?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Most of that 2 years, you're planning the wedding,
Yeah,
right? Or she's planning the wedding.
she was definitely planning.
One time I called her Bridezilla. Did you think she was?
Nah, she wasn't. She was cool. You only did that because of that one instance. Like,
Because we didn't get to do our TikTok dance.
yeah, I don't know. That's what it is.
What's that process like? 2 years leading up to it. You know it's happening. There's ups and downs. What was it like for you, especially supporting somebody that's basically running the show, doing everything?
I mean, for me, it was pretty easy because she was planning most of the things. And
She was on your ass at the reception though.
yeah, at the reception. Yeah.
She was like, "Yo, why you over there?"
She
I told you I don't want people coming up to talk to her. She's like, "Don't talk to me. Talk to him. Talk to him." Yo, I was sitting there like,
I was
bro.
also taking care of other problems.
Bro, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. But the 2 years up to it, it was easy for me. But she'd come to me certain times for like, "Hey, we need to sit down and plan this, that, and third." And I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." We sit down.
Why would you marry Dodge, of all people?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why not?
What? She don't yell at you? She don't.
She's yelling at you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm not. Shout out to the No Shame gang. I know they in here, and I know all of her little diapers. The Dodgers diapers are going to be in here doing what they do, and that's cool. But I have questions. What about Dodge made you say I want to be with?
Why you make it sound so bad?
The rest of my life.
I'm just a great person. You understand?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Is she anything like she says that she doesn't talk to you the way she talks to us? What's she like at home? What about her made you say, "Yo, you know what? Life."
She's
Life.
She's as goofy and free as I am. That's really it. Like half the shit I do at home, you think I'm just like Parker, bro. And she lets me get away with it, but she's also really goofy herself. She doesn't show it here a lot, but you know.
I've seen her change since y'all been together. I would think that she used to be way more stressed out.
I can't speak for that because
Well, I remember times when she would say that you would tell her, "Go, you need to sit down. Go lay down. I'll take care of this. I'll take care of that." What made you be that kind of guy? Like, because a lot of times I just be laying in the bed while wifey going through it. I'd be like, "Man, close the door."
Let me know how it all works out.
Yeah, like, yo.
well, with Dodge, she's very emotional, right? So at certain times, you gotta see that she's thinking out of emotion, not logic. I'm like, bro, just like you can't do it now. Just sit the fuck down. I'll like it's too much for you. Sit down. I'll do it. That's it. Like, how hard is that?
Nah, but you're really logical. You're very. What's your sign?
Of Gemini.
Wow, that's right. Your birthday was last week.
Yeah, last Tuesday.
That's why we couldn't record. Damn, I wish my. Damn, about this. I would just never mind. We're warming up, y'all. We're warming up. I'm trying to figure out my pacing here because I can, I've been shady. Let's say I was super shady. I'm trying to calm down because I got to see this woman next week, and I already know she's gonna come in here swinging. You know what I'm saying? She can definitely beat me. So I'm trying to take it easy.
What happened this week?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Not here. I thought I scolded myself after the show yesterday. Like, yo, why you give in to petty moments? I work hard at not giving in to petty moments, and I found myself giving in to petty moments yesterday, right? Especially things that really don't bother me. So I scolded myself because I've been a good guy for a couple years now, so shouldn't have went that far. But, oh well, shit happens. Fuck them. Anyway, Trom.
Yes, sir.
The reason I brought you all here, me and Trom are also engaged. Trom for about 12, 13 years.
15.
Me for, I think, one and a half, which is 4 years in family terms. So all of them are like, so, right? All of them is like, so when are y'all getting married? Yeah. When are y'all getting married? We're not. Like, we're just going to be engaged forever. Leave it alone.
Yeah. I like this.
That's what I like saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, babe. I know she's in here like, wow, really? Yeah, that's because you was shooting shots at me in the chat yesterday. The engagement process, Trom. What stops you from pulling the trigger? From starting to make plans?
From getting married?
Yeah, like it's been a while. I'm sure people have asked, you know what I mean? So
it's funny because my family doesn't ask anymore. Her family doesn't ask anymore. It's only the people that we haven't seen in a while when you run into people like, hey, when's the date? You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, that date. I
know that's uncomfortable to ask. I mean, obviously.
It's not. It's not. The only reason why it's not uncomfortable because we're both on the same page. Me and her are on the same page. We're cool. I got down on one knee and I'm committed to her. She's committed to me, and that's what matters. Everything else is just formalities. And honestly, you know, I don't know what it is for her, but for me, it's just overwhelming. And like, we still got life still goes on. Like, after you propose, you still got life and you still got shit to deal with. And it's overwhelming to plan a wedding. And for us, it would be in multiple states. You know what I mean? So
right, because her family's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You're in Brooklyn.
Right. And so we're talking about doing a ceremony in one place, a party here. The party would be a big party. She has a huge family. It would involve traveling and everything. So again, I'm just speaking for me. For me, it's like, there's never been a moment where like, all right, let's do it. Like, it's like, it seems overwhelming. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, I'll think about that tomorrow. And then, you know, just keep kicking it down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Question about that. We did ours in DR, but at the end of the day, it's our wedding. So like, we understand if you can't make it. So why didn't you just like plan wherever y'all want to plan it? Whatever family comes, and then.
So we thought about that. We actually have this resort that we like in Jamaica, and we were going to do it there. The good and the bad thing is it's an adults only resort, and that was a deal breaker for me. I can't not have my kids there. You know what I mean? Like, Molly would be fucking pissed. You know what I mean?
Trying to get married at hedonism?
No, it wasn't. No, it was
Secrets.
Yeah, secrets. So we go there a lot. We love it there. We got a great relationship with the people there. We went and did a walkthrough and everything. Then it was like, oh shit. I don't mind if other people's kids can't come, but yeah, like
my kids gotta come.
Molly gotta be there. You know what I mean? So, you know, we would still look into a destination wedding.
But I'm not even speaking as destination.
Yo, you know you got a mic, right?
In the States.
You know the mic is right there.
Yeah.
Because you leaning around over the back of the couch. Do you not know how this works?
Why don't you?
Let me fix it.
Hey, the mic's good? The sound's good?
Your wife hit me up like, no, I can't hear my husband. Oh, just? Yeah, for sure. I didn't want it in my face.
Speak, Drew.
I'm scared of dick. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Speak for me,
I'm
Drew.
sorry. My bad.
No,
Nah, you came on this podcast
hold on.
telling me your dick bigger than mine.
Yeah, bro. Hold on. Please, can you fix his mic time? The wire.
You had to know that it was one day. You're here.
Speak for me, Drew.
Yo.
Again.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that mic is be wilding out.
Oh, this was Dodge mic that was coming out.
Yeah. So you had to know the smoke was here. It's going around the room. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'm open for smoke too. If anybody wants some, If anybody wants some energy, I'm here. I'm right here in front of y'all. Just do what y'all do. We can have
You
fun.
gonna self-sabotage yourself. Huh?
That's what I do. But I'm used to that. It doesn't bother if it comes from me. You know what I'm saying?
The biggest thing for me about wanting to get married, and this may sound superficial, but I'm tired of referring to her as my fiance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to be like, oh, this is my wife.
So
You
why
know
don't
what I
you
mean?
just go get married at the courthouse?
And that's probably something we're
ceremony
gonna.
later.
So, and we were gonna do that anyway, but then still have
Yeah,
the
all the
reception
festivities.
after in New Orleans.
Ceremony could be
So
wherever you. Whenever.
yeah, so we'll probably do that like soon, and just do that.
Is there anything stopping you besides the drama, besides the wedding, the actual wedding drama? Is there anything that has, for instance, I was going to get me some fish, what is it, fish and vegetables, salmon and vegetables today. I see my homegirl, she's living around the corner, right? Haven't seen her in 30 years, something like that, maybe 50, something like that. It's definitely over 20 years. And she's like, yeah, I'm married. I'm like, yo, how is it? You know what I'm saying? I'm engaged. She's like, eh. And I'm like,
I love the honest response.
you know what I'm
I love
saying?
it. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
wow, what's going on? She's like, yeah, you know, we kind of, I was like, oh, it's kind of back in the situationship vibes. Like, you don't know. She's like, yeah. We was talking about it while we're waiting for our fish to get done. And she's like, she knew from when she was engaged that she wasn't super gung-ho about getting married, but she was already there. And she said they got married, and by the time they left the justice of the peace, they had an argument outside of it.
Oh damn.
I don't know. I don't know what the justice is. That's what that was part of
Yeah,
the
that's
story.
like the court where you can get married.
Oh, okay.
Just city councils type
Jersey,
shit. Yeah.
Jersey. So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. She said by the time she left, they had an argument outside, big argument outside of justice of the peace. And she was like, that's kind of been their relationship over
you
the
should have
course.
never gotten married. You could have said I don't at any point.
How do you do that though? Like if you're engaged,
Say no.
but you've already asked or you've
But
already
you
said yes.
But you already knew it was starting to go downhill.
So that's what I'm asking. Is there anything else, like say with me and my wife, me and my fiance, we're two different people. I'm super hustle, you know what I mean? Like every move that I make is hustle, 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 right? She want to chill. She want a vacation. She wants to, you know what I mean? She likes sleep, sex, and food. That's what she like.
Trifecta.
You know what I mean? Sleep, sex, and food. That's what she likes. I like getting money. Like I think I put money before all of those things. There'd be days when I don't eat because I'm trying to hustle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if I was to think about the things that scare me about it, is if we're the two individuals that can do that together when we both have different drives. Different things that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can relate to that because we're two totally different people, and we've had some rough patches. We've been through therapy, and there was at one point, probably after the engagement, where I was like, we probably need to work out some of these rough patches before we walk down the aisle. But for one, we worked it out, and two, it's like we're a work in progress. Like there's always going to be some issues, but I definitely know that this is my person. You know what I mean? I've gotten past that phase where you're like wondering, like, dang, is this going to be a good fit? Like, we know we love each other, but are we going to last? Is this going to be good? I've gotten past that. I'm like, this is my person, and we're going to work it out. So I can see that being a problem or being like, make you kind of push things off, procrastinate a little bit on planning a wedding. That's not the case anymore. I don't know if it was at some point, but yeah, definitely not now. So.
What about you, Drew? As a man, regardless of, obviously you and Dodge are best friends, I think. Like the way she talks about you and what I've seen, y'all got a great vibe together, right? But as a man, were there any things just as an engaged man or as a single man about to get engaged that is like, that kind of was stopping you or, plaguing you about being with somebody for the rest of your life? Is that something that you could talk about here? I don't know.
Yeah, but
You got to go home to her.
yeah, no. When Tron was talking and he was talking about all that, I'm thinking, the way I think about it, if there's certain things that annoy me about Dodge, I sit and think like, is it really that serious? Like, do you really give a fuck that much? To like, if like, I don't know. For me, I leave socks everywhere, and if Dodge was sit and think like, is it really that much of a problem? I could just pick up the fucking socks. It's not that big a problem to say no. And that's just how I approach everything about her. Not saying there's not much I don't like about her, but the little things that may be like, why the fuck you do that? I think about it like, is it that serious? Nah, fuck it. And I just leave it alone because it's not that serious.
Do you compartmentalize, do either one of y'all compartmentalize your bothers with your girl? Like, do you pack them away like he's saying, like, it's not that serious? Me, that shit gets, I respond because I don't like to compartmentalize. I like to let it out because that way I'm not living with it. I'm not sleeping with it. I'm not looking at her with that shit in my eye, right? So if she's like, oh, why you don't get your sock? You're right there. You get the sock. What's the problem? We arguing about this? Like, I let the shit out.
I'm big on picking my battles. It gotta be like.
So half the time you pussy. Sorry.
Half the time I'm smart.
Okay.
You keep using that word.
Yeah.
But I'm a smart man.
I would like to have sex tonight, so I'm not about to,
Yeah. I'm in a good space. I don't got nothing to prove. And, it's just like being out in the streets. Call me pussy all you want. I'm not going to be out here doing the shit that niggas got that don't have nothing to lose is going to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. So I've definitely learned to pick my battles. And to your point, Drew, like, I always think, and we spoke about this, like the 80-20 rule, like, it's always going to be 20% of a person where it may not be a right fit for you, might be a little annoying, but as long as that 80 is strong, it's like,
that's it.
You're not going to find the perfect, and no matter how perfect it is, there's going to be something that's going to bother you. You know what I mean? Something. So it's like.
Especially me.
Definitely going.
Especially me. I don't like nobody.
So I'm going to pick my battles. I'll speak up if it's something that, like, all right, I got to, like, I can't allow this to continue. Sometimes you gotta nip it in the bud, right? So it's not like a precedence for your relationship. You know what I mean? But if it's some little shit, I just be like, all right, I'll just chalk it up. That's how she is. She's so dope at everything else.
Yes.
I'll let her slide with that. You know what I mean? And I hope she gives me the same grace. You know what I mean?
I hope she gives you. I don't know your wife like that. So
I didn't mean to make that noise. I didn't mean to make sorry, baby. I didn't mean to make that noise. I definitely consider, anytime I'm bothered, the fact that other people gonna bother me too.
Oh yeah.
I think the amount of time you've been with somebody also. How long you been with Dodge? 6 years, right?
Sure.
Something like that?
I don't.
You don't know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
2020-ish? Yeah.
Something like that.
Years?
5
years?
6? Right. So yeah, right, it's 5. Right. Y'all met the year after me and
You and Tanae.
Tanae got together. I think time also matters. The amount of time you've been with somebody, it's like, you gonna really throw this away over this argument?
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Or whatever misunderstanding. There's a level of intentionality that comes with fixing a relationship or fixing an issue. Like, you gotta want the shit to be okay. Other than that, yeah, is she cursing me out in my texts? Is that her?
I ain't getting that.
No. Damn, she's producing from the back. His mic mad far away. His mic is off. Yo, yesterday's here. Relax. There's a level of intentionality for me when it comes to saying, all right, this is the person that I want to be with. You can't just keep this argument. You can't just keep these negative feelings. Like, you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. So yeah, and then every woman's annoying. I tried to tell yesterday that. This nigga had the nerve to tell me, oh, this one doesn't take accountability. I said, bro, when you find the one that does, throw a bag over her head and drag her back to the United States of America. 'Cause you're not going to find her here.
That would've completely left.
You're not going to find, bro, that's what they do. They gaslight you. They catch feelings about your feelings. You got to go through all different types of walls before you get to the point of understanding. You ever go to bed mad?
What?
You ever go to bed mad?
We made it a rule to try not to go to bed mad at each other.
How?
We talk about it.
How do you not? What do you mean? Yeah, you just don't go to sleep. You just
No,
like,
we try to resolve it before we go to bed. We try to resolve it before we go to bed.
both of y'all.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Tron, you ever go to bed mad?
Hell's yeah.
That's real shit.
The only time I really go to bed mad is like if I try to get some and she fell asleep on me. I'm like, fuck. That's
You just-
the
it
only
ain't
time.
really
Like
mad.
not a real argument.
Angry jerk off.
I don't jerk off. I don't even jerk off. I just flip to the other side of the
And
bed.
go to
She's
sleep.
facing that way. I'm facing this way.
Damn, that's a real issue in their relationship. Remember, I told you she don't be one to. Sorry,
Nah.
confirmed it. Trump. How long do you stay mad at your girl? How long can you stay mad?
You know what's funny? I don't stay mad. I'm good for like, give me like 10, 15 minutes. Usually I'm good, an hour usually. And I calm down. I'll go think about it, whatever. I get mad and stay mad because she's mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, you mad at this shit?
Still?
You know what I mean? Like,
Still mad?
that shit make me fucking mad. And so that's the problem that we had. You know what I mean? So we haven't really had that problem as much lately. And again, it's all about like understanding.
Damn, you going through a battle of mad with a Virgo? They could keep an anger. They could keep some anger.
Yeah.
A Virgo could just be mad just because.
Yeah.
Now it's just because I was mad. I'm just gonna be mad until you do something about it.
Yeah.
Just mad. Like, yo, that was 6 days ago. You still mad? You're just as mad today as you was 6 days ago. Like, this is petty now. You can't still be mad.
And that's why I say we so different. Like, I'll go out, I'll spend an hour, think about it, think of, all right, what could I have done differently? This, that, and the third. Come back. It's like she didn't put no thought into my side. It's like,
Yo, she got more points.
hasn't changed her view. It could be the next day. New information could surface. It doesn't matter.
said, I'm
Whatever
here to
I was
double
mad at,
down.
I'm gonna stay mad until I ain't no more. And like you said, it could be 6 days.
Yo, that's one thing I don't like. Is when time goes by and you think, okay, let's talk, we're gonna make up. And they come at you with more reasons why they're right.
Yeah.
Took me 30 days to come up with this perfect answer. And you just fucked it all up.
Double
Bro.
down. You just triple down on some shit.
Yeah.
Triple down. Like, you didn't want to make up. You just wanted to be more right.
Yeah.
That's mad annoying.
Oh, one more thing that made me mad. If I apologize, I'm not apologizing because I think I was wrong or anything. I'm just apologizing for the
Make up.
peace.
Yeah.
And she'll take that apologize and double down on how right she was. I'll be like, that should have made me mad because I'm like, I'm not really apologizing.
Yeah.
I'm just apologizing to keep the peace. Like, we could agree to disagree. That's my thing. Like, we don't have to understand each other, but we could agree to disagree, right? You may never understand my viewpoint. So if I do that, because you know, as a human being, it takes a lot to be in an argument, to be in a fight, and then be like, you know what? I'm gonna just be the bigger person. So that when you're the bigger person, and then that person just like slaps you,
Son,
and it's like, nigga, I tried to extend the olive branch, and this is what I get. That should have made me mad.
I'm gonna keep it more real. And this might be because I'm petty. I don't like if I apologize and you don't find something to apologize about.
Yeah.
Nigga, apologize back.
Right, yeah.
You had a part in this. I'm coming, like you said, I'm olive branching.
Yeah.
But I'm going halfway across the lake. You have to come you meet me in the middle.
Exactly, yeah.
No, they be like, no, pass it over here. Pass the olive branch. I can't reach it. And that's it. I don't like one-way apologies in a relationship.
Right.
We both need to take accountability for where we got the other person fucked up, and we move on, right? Oftentimes, the arguments dissipate, though. There is no solution.
Right.
And I've heard that isn't a good thing. Like, if I will go to bed mad, but because I'm not really good at holding on to anger, I wake up not mad. Or I wake up like, that was bullshit. Good morning, how you feeling? You all right? You want to get something to eat? And that's it.
Yeah.
We just go off and that's it. Like, I'm not even thinking about it no more. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all find that to be something is that bad?
So it's funny, you know, in my, you know, I'll be on these YouTube rabbit holes, and I found, I don't know if y'all heard of the Gottman Institute, but they,
You what? The got men?
Men?
Like milk?
You know it's Pride Month, right?
Gottman is the last
Hey.
name, the therapist. It's a husband and wife therapist, Gottman, Gottman Institute. And they have a bunch of videos on YouTube. and they are super dope, like on point with being helpful with techniques and stuff. Everybody should go to therapy, but there's things that you could do outside of therapy. You know what I mean, right? So I watch these videos, and one of the good points, he was like, most arguments, there is no resolution. There is no right or wrong, and there is no concrete resolution. It's just a matter of, and that's why I'm big on agree to disagree. Like, there's, sometimes you just move on. Like, okay, all right.
It's just simply understanding both sides of the situation.
Yeah. And you don't even have to really understand it. Sometimes it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day. We'll be fine. You know what I mean? So.
I got a question.
Yeah.
For the room. I'm sorry, Drew.
Under the bus.
Do you tell your wife everything? Do you always tell the truth to your fiance?
Except for when I lie. No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm dead ass. Do you always tell the truth?
Yeah, for the most part.
Are there things that you would like to say or things you don't feel comfortable talking to her about?
So good question. Like, I will always tell the truth about, I can't think of any time I haven't told the truth. I may not.
Your truth.
So, and here's the thing. This goes across the board just with people in general, besides her. Like, I may not always divulge in my core how I'm feeling, like, to the exact T. You know what I mean? It's because it's a part of picking battles. It's like, all right, if I really tell you how annoyed I am, it's just going to start an argument. So I might not tell you that this is really bothering me. You know what I mean?
You might approach it differently, though.
Or I might be like, I might approach it that it's bothering me, but I might not lead on as much as it really is. But I feel like I do that across the board. And I don't know, you could call it being fake or whatever, but I call it like, listen, I'm not trying to go back and forth with anybody about everything that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like, some shit times it's just not worth it. It just ain't that serious. Like, my thoughts are my thoughts, and I don't need to share my inner thoughts
single thought,
exactly to the T with everybody. Sometimes it's just not productive. You know what I mean?
Do you think that your wife would want you to?
No, because I think I share enough where I'm not hiding anything. I'm not lying about anything. I'm not masking my feelings. But it's like, again, like, I don't think that you need to really be like, go into full depth about every little thing that bothers you. That's my perspective.
No, I actually agree with Strom. Like, certain things.
You don't say everything.
No, not exactly.
Why are you looking at the screen, bro?
No, I'm looking.
Look at me. No, look at me. Fuck the screen, bro. You want me to turn it off? You want me to undo the Zoom so you can be yourself?
Looking at the screen.
You sure?
Up. I was.
'Cause she's not gonna go
I was
listen.
I was thinking. Like,
No, you looked at the screen. I seen you. I'm right here. I'm looking at you. You look at the screen.
looking at me, but
You all right?
I can't look up?
Can you be yourself
fine.
today? Are you scared?
No.
Blink.
No, but no. No, there aren't much I don't tell Dodge. So, I mean, our lifestyle. You know how we live.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of.
As a guy who's single, ready to mingle,
He definitely lies.
when you're dealing with a woman, say that you've been with her, right? Say in your past relationships. Were you 100% honest with them about everything that you were feeling?
In the beginning, until it became not good.
What does that mean?
So when I go into a relationship, I usually try to go in with my best foot forward. So I try to be as honest and transparent as possible. And what I learned is that, kind of like what Trauma's saying, you got to pick your battles, one, and everything don't need to be said, right? Like, I'm different. I get annoyed about stuff that most regular people don't get annoyed about. So, and I have to know that about myself. So I can't always say every single thing because sometimes I'm tripping. Sometimes it's just a me thing, and I got to check myself with that. So going into it, I used to try to be like, yo, I don't want to your point, Tahoe, I don't want to hold it. I don't want to live with it. I just want to say it. It comes to my mind, I want to say it. But then how it's received, how it comes off, that's more important than what I actually meant. So I spent months and sometimes years in relationships fighting against intent versus what I actually feel, right? I could feel and think one thing, but how I'm presenting it, how it's presented, how I'm saying it, how I'm making somebody feel, it's different. So now I'm not being heard on what I'm said. She's not being understood. and we both are hurting each other in the midst of me trying to just, quote, be honest.
But that's not a good partner.
Why you say that?
Because, like, that's how me and Dodge talk. Like, if I feel a certain way, we'll sit and talk about it. She's like, all right, I see you feel this way, and we'll have a conversation about it. Whether she agrees with me or not, she hears me, and then either we move past it, or if it's something that needs to be not fixed but adjusted or be mindful of, we do that. But if I go and tell Dodge something and the first thing she just do is dismiss it or get angry, like yesterday's past relationships, that's not a good partner. It's really not.
I have a tendency to do that. You want to know why? Because I can admit that I'm not always the best partner.
But are you working on it?
Always. I think I continuously try.
But that makes you better.
I think I continuously try, right? I as critical as I am of everybody else, I think I'm twice as critical of myself. And the fact that I shoot off quick leaves me room. I'm always like, have to examine that. Why you went off so hard? Did you go too hard? Where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Was there a better way to communicate it? You feel me? But a lot of times, and I'm not sure if I said this on Heart of Soul, or if I said this on this show, if I just said this on wherever, I examine people too much. I have a tendency of figuring people out. So I'll make a folder of your ways, the way you are, the things you do.
You interact with them.
Right? When I interact with them, however I perceive them to be, that's your prototype in my head, right? But I do it so much that now when I see you do it again, I get annoyed that you're doing that thing. So now you could just be being yourself, and it annoys me because I've figured you out. You understand what I'm saying?
But if you figured them out, shouldn't you be able to know whether it's just
I haven't
who
gotten
they
that
are?
good. I'm still Chat GBT 1. I haven't gotten to 2.0 yet. I haven't gotten to that.
You got to figure out whether that's who she is as a person or she's just.
And that is a continuous battle in myself, is realizing you mad at somebody for being them. This is them.
Yeah.
You know that. You can't change a person from being a person. What you're doing is blaming them for being them because you anticipated this, right? I was having a conversation with Dodge the other day, and she was like, you know her so well, but you don't know how to avoid the things you know she's gonna do, or the reactions you know she's gonna have to a situation.
So you'll do something knowing she's going to react this way, still do it anyway,
And wait for the reaction, and then get mad at the reaction.
That's that's on you.
This is crazy.
That's on you.
And so when Taj is talking to me, she's like, friend, right? And she's telling me about it, and I'm thinking about it like, that's exactly what I did. I dug a hole and covered it with a carpet and was like, yo, come over here for a second, knowing she's going to fall into the hole. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing.
Then get mad. Why the fuck you fall in this hole?
Right? And so I realized that that's a problem that I have, is that I kind of, I don't want to say start the issues when I know I can avoid them, or I just haven't figured her out to a point where I know how to avoid it. I just kind of anticipate it. And so through the anticipation, I get anxious because I know what's going to happen. And so I'm double ready to fight because I knew you was going to do that. I knew you was going to do that. Instead of figuring out how not to have the fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a clip that we played yesterday on this podcast. I'm going to play it again because it's also about why men lie. Right? And the way we learn not to tell the truth. I don't know. Hopefully it comes up. I know Instagram don't like me all the time. Let me see.
A woman is like, tell me the truth. And then you tell them a truth, and they don't like that truth. And they get really upset about that truth. And as a woman, because we're motivated to not upset people, they actually think that if you know how upset I am about what's true for you, you will change what's true for you. They really think that. But you guys are smarter than that. because it's been true for you for a long time. And there were no problems until you told her.
I told you, now there's problems.
Now there's a problem. There was no problem before I was out loud about it. There's no problem at all. And really, honest men just stop telling the truth because it's not worth it. My conclusion is humans were born liars. I've seen horses lie, I've seen dogs lie,
nature
and I've
lies.
seen, absolutely. Yes, nature lies. So, yeah, if you want honesty, you have to always have the reward of the honesty be greater than the cost of the honesty. It doesn't mean you have to have no cost. You don't have to pretend to be fine. But it has to be, you know what, you can tell I don't like that, and I'm a little afraid it means I won't get what I need, but you get 1,000 points for telling me that.
We're trained in a Pavlovian way. Like, you ask for the truth, we give the truth, then you get mad. So then we're like, okay, well, obviously telling the truth is not a good idea.
Yes.
And then you start backtracking and she goes, well, now you're lying. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're in more trouble and you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Do y'all get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely.
Is this an experience of yours?
It goes back to, I experienced this a lot, probably more when I was single. Like what yesterday said, I approach every relationship trying to be as honest as possible until you realize, like, all right, you can't really handle the truth. The ideal relationship is just you accept me for who I am and how I am and all my, quirkiness things about me. You know what I mean? That would be fucking the most ideal, perfect relationship. I would love to be completely honest about everything that I do, everything that I am, and how I'm feeling. So if you enter a situation like that, hoping for the best, but then eventually you got to scale it back. Like, all right, this didn't work. All right, people can't handle the truth.
That's true. At one of my jobs, I realized a lot of the guys, they lie just to get pussy.
Oh, all
That's
men do.
literally. But yeah, but like, why you gotta lie to get pussy? Like, pussy ain't that. To me, pussy ain't that strong, bro. Like, you can get pussy. Just be honest.
Who can?
Anybody.
No, they can't.
Yes, you can.
Niggas
is
cannot
too
get
pressed-
boxed.
Niggas is too pressed over getting boxed. They lie. They lie to get the box.
Yeah.
They don't lie to be in a relationship. They lie to get the box.
I feel like lying to get the box is cheating.
It's cheating.
But
It's
most
cheating.
men do it.
But every nigga does it.
It's cheat. It's
What do you think your representative is? It's a lie.
Nah.
Your representative is a lie. That's not who you really are.
Nah.
You're posing as this person, and you
Don't do that. Don't point over here, nigga. Don't point over here. Don't point over here.
you're posing as this person to get to where you gotta get, and then after it, the facade slowly fades away.
But that's
See,
why
that
relationships
facade
don't last.
is a lie.
No, you
But
see, I think
that's
you're-
why relationships don't last. I've always been a person like I will never do something that I'm not gonna keep up. Like I have this one homeboy that he used to buy mad gifts for his girls. But if that's not you, if you're not gonna keep that up, why would you even start that way?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do that. I can't.
Are they girls that he already got the box from?
No, before he gets the box.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
But that's, I mean, the same thing as lying. You lying to be
Cheating.
this kind of person, but you're not. Then once you get the box, you start a relationship maybe, and then it slowly starts to dwindle down. Like, oh, you don't do this no more. You don't do this no more.
Now you
Like,
frugal all of a sudden.
exactly. No, I'm not gonna do all that.
I
I'm gonna
gotta
be myself.
save back up. I spent all my money on you.
I'm gonna be myself. No, pussy not that important to me, bro.
Yesterday, what was you gonna say?
No, I agree with you. Yeah, it's just not that deep to lie about it. I feel like once you start having to change who you are just to get the box, I feel like it's the shit is over.
What do y'all mean lie though? Like, because every person does it, to be honest.
No, see,
Women play the representative game as well, bro. They act like they cool with some shit. They know they want to try to change you later. They know that they're not cool with it. And then slowly but surely they start telling you or getting annoyed by certain shit you do. Or why do you post your shit on SoundCloud? You know you think you get a job. Like you know I was a rapper. You knew that when we met. Sorry. What? There was a voice?
Were you?
Nah, he
I don't know who he was talking about. I don't know who he
Ain't
was
nobody
talking
artist in here but yesterday.
I was not
was
talking
ignoring
about
him.
you.
I wasn't. No, I know you wasn't.
Zoo Boy.
I know you wasn't.
Boy.
That's his first name. His first name was, what was your first name?
All right. Okay.
No, you
My name
talking
was-
about
it was
dropping my picture in the Discord today, right?
It was Zoo Boy yesterday.
It was Zoo Boy yesterday, right? Zoo Boy.
Why you an 8?
Nah, that was just my group name in college.
Okay.
Zoo Boy. I think he was part of a frat or something.
Nah.
You Zyka. All right. Yeah, I don't know why people say people don't lie. Y'all all lie. Everybody lies.
I feel like
Every single one of us lies.
I might get fried for this, but I feel like some women.
Drew was gonna wear platform shoes to the wedding.
I definitely was.
I can see
That
that.
was jokes, though.
Oh.
Jokes.
He was gonna wear.
It was
he wanted to be
jokes
taller.
because Dodge said
He wanted to
something.
lie.
No,
That's a lie. That's not
it
your
was
height.
jokes. It was all about the joke.
Yeah.
And Dodge knows me, so I would have done that just to be funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Exactly.
She walked up and you looking down at her.
That would have been mad funny, and she would have loved it.
Yo, she would have busted out laughing like, what the fuck? She would have been, I would have been crying. But what y'all gonna say, guys?
Oh, I was gonna say that I feel like, and I hate to say shit like this without any woman on here to say anything
Nah, fuck them.
different.
Fuck that. This is our shit today.
But I feel like some women like to be lied to. Like
There's definitely that.
they
98%.
Yeah, it's like
The other 2% like women.
And I'm
Yeah, no, that's true.
married to 2%.
yeah.
Because women would date niggas with fake jewelry in a second.
No, I said this on the show yesterday. Nothing dries up the pussy like honesty.
Right.
You lie to a chick, her shit be soaking wet. The minute you tell some sort of honesty that doesn't align with where they want to be or something like that, pussy get dried up. Dry it up as a motherfucker. Sahara Desert.
Quick.
I'm gonna find the pussy that doesn't dry up. Though.
Yeah? How you gonna find it? Because you're talking about the people at your job. You gotta wait till she's ready to give it to you. But you talk about the people at your job. A lot of niggas out here is not getting pussy. A lot of niggas is angry at women because they do not have the access they perceive other men to have. They don't have the game, they don't have the materials, they don't have none of that. And so they get mad at the women, try to tear the women down because they feel like resentment towards them for not getting no pussy.
But that's why you gotta date somebody on your level.
What level is these niggas on?
If you broke, date another broke bitch.
The broke chicks don't, just because you broke,
the broke-
don't mean
the broke chicks talk to niggas with money.
dating athletes.
Well, that's because they pretty. I'm just saying, like, come on. There's some hitters out here you could just fuck on. Little.
That's not crazy what you're saying right now.
No, it is though. It is what
You
it
gotta
is.
pick anything.
He's like, reminds me of 40
There's
year
some good
not as
quality
stupid as you
women
probably
that like
think you
broke
are,
men.
bro.
Start with some hood rats, you know what I mean?
You probably
Yeah.
not as good looking as you think you are, and you broke, bro. Come on.
All right.
The
So,
bitches the broke bitches that's getting the athletes, they bad bitches. They look good. The nigga that's not getting the bad bitch, he ugly.
Lower your
broke and he
standards.
ugly.
lower your standards.
Yeah.
This is a privileged nigga talking. This is crazy.
Privilege.
Yes, because you get choice. So the fact is that you get the choices. You got married. You're good. You got a baddie.
This is before
you're
this.
good.
This is before this.
Nigga, if you were struggling, you would getting women. You would not be like, yeah, I'm just gonna pick anybody to have sex with. No, you
When I
still
was
want what you
struggling,
want.
I wasn't really going after bitches when I was struggling though.
What was you doing?
Trying to work.
Trying to get some money.
Yeah, that's it. But if I'm like at work and somebody hits on me, I'm definitely taking the bait.
There was never a point in my life where I'm like, I'm gonna take some time off of going after women so I can get my life together. Like what?
No, I'm gonna do everything I can to figure out how to get women.
Like,
That's the main goal, is to figure out how, all right, what do they like? They like niggas with this type of haircut. Let me get that type of haircut. They like niggas with this kind of car. Let me get me a car.
I've seen this conversation on the internet a lot. Like, men shouldn't date until they got their shit together. And I'm
not
like,
saying
what?
shit together, but like I'm talking. There was a point where I was working at this print shop. I ain't get paid in 2 weeks because the shit was going out of business. That was my only job. I still had bills to pay. I had car notes. I had everything. I'm talking about that kind of struggle. I'm not talking about just like I'm not making 6 figures or something. I'm not talking about that kind of success. I'm talking about I was really down bad. My last pairs of shoes had fucking holes in them. They're talking back to me. I'm talking about that down bad.
And your dick still got
Right,
hard
I'm
every
still
morning.
calling something up. Like, yo,
No, I ain't had nothing.
Shoes flapping
I
in
ain't
the
had
wind.
nothing.
I'm still calling something up.
I
Like,
ain't
what you
had-
doing tonight?
I ain't had nothing. I wasn't thinking about that.
Y'all niggas never had a hole at the bottom of your sneakers?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Damn, yes. I thought you. Somebody could have vibed me. Nobody ever has had
I
a hole at the
have,
bottom?
yeah.
You wasn't interested in girls with a hole in the bottom? Like, oh, I can't let the girl. You just keep your feet flat on the ground.
But like, I wasn't approaching women. I wasn't going to try to bag bitches. But if they try to talk to me, definitely I'm taking that.
So your pursuit, you wasn't in
No,
the
I wasn't
pursuit.
pursuing women. No,
Got it.
not at all.
Nigga. I was always in pursuit all the time. What was you gonna
Because
say?
you 50 and your dick still works. That's surprising.
That's amazing.
That is
Shout out to that.
surprising,
Yeah, shout out to that. I thought you were gonna reach for the bell.
Nah.
But thank you for that. It is surprising. I can't believe it myself. I think the issue which was talking about that is women teach us not to tell them the truth, and then blame us for lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like, well, why stay with her? Because I love you, but I also don't like arguing. I don't like the disappointment that you get from my truth. Do you agree with this? Do y'all agree with this? Anybody? I hear a bunch of yeses.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
can
to.
see I can see why it's true. Yeah.
Do you think that this is a question? Okay. Do y'all think that every woman that does not allow you to tell her the truth in a way that's gracious, that you should leave her?
I think there's levels to it. Because I think that,
Depends on what that truth is.
like we talked about, like to some extent, you're not going to keep it a buck with anybody. You know what I mean? Like there's always going to be some levels of like, all right, I shouldn't share that with any human being. You know what I mean? That's at least with me. I think yesterday was kind of echoing the same. I would love to walk into a situation and do that, but eventually you're going to have to scale it back.
Yeah.
Or there's nothing wrong with easing into it.
So it really depends on like, is it a big ticket item that you can't share? Like, you know what I mean? Or is it just something small? You know what I mean? You just got to figure out what your non-negotiables are and shit like that.
And sometimes it's not about not sharing it. Sometimes it's just figuring out how to repackage it.
Repackage it. What do you mean by that?
Because sometimes, like, as the truth, like, I think, like you're trying to say, Charm, like, when you're trying to deliver something, it's like, you know, when you kind of just sit back for a second and just think about it, it's like, yo, my initial thought, that could have landed badly. But once I think about it, maybe repackage it, say it in a different way, so I still get my point off, I get my feelings off, but it's not landing in the way that's hurtful. Usually I get a better result from that. I have gotten better results from that.
Are you? What world do you live in
Depends on
yesterday?
What the truth is.
What world does this nigga live in?
Talking about.
No, seriously, I want to know because I want to. Yo, do you mind telling the truth to us? Because what are you talking about?
You think that I'm lying?
No, I know you're not. You might be lying to yourself. You might not even be purposely lying to me.
But that's what the clip said.
You might be lying to yourself,
Oh my God.
thinking that this is what you do. When I speak to you. You don't.
This is not.
When do you
know what?
repackage?
This is not fair, bro.
When do you repackage?
Bro, I repackage all the time. And
You repackage with more of your non-accountability.
no, bro. See, this is what I'm saying. You don't know me in a relationship. You've never seen me in a relationship. You have never been around.
I've never seen you in a relationship.
No.
Oh, okay.
When? Put me on.
No, okay.
Put me on.
No, relating to people, dealing with them.
A relationship with another person. Tell me when.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. So you're seeing me in a different state. So yes, and where I'm at here, yeah, it's different. But
So
in
when
a
you
relationship,
don't have a connection to somebody, you might go through these things that I'm talking about. But when you do have a deeper connection, more to lose, more feelings, you find a way to not go through the things I'm talking about. Is what you're saying. The things that I've seen you exhibit. Do you only go through those things with the people you don't really care about? But the people you really do care about, no, somehow you miraculously get past that.
yeah, bro, I've been in relationships for 5 years, 3 years, 4 years. Like, you think that just happens just because what? There's the other person. They just were so great. Like,
Do y'all agree? Do
What
y'all
are we
think
talking
he's telling
about?
the truth?
it's documented, bro. I don't have to. What I have to lie for?
You trying to get me to throw him under the bus?
I'm like, what do you think I have? What I have to lie for?
You know, it's his truth.
Okay, I'll leave it alone.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
I thought
You
so.
got it. Oh, I don't want to play this
So
one.
if some men don't want to be faithful, then why would they agree to being in a committed monogamous relationship? Former NBA star and media personality Matt Barnes was on the Truth After Dark podcast, and he was asked this exact question. Although he didn't answer it in any specific or certain terms, what I feel like he was alluding to was that men and women value sex differently. And yes, we've heard this before, but I think if I could take a stab at what he may have meant,
I hate
or
how
what may have
long-winded
been
she
the
is.
underbelly of exactly what he
Baby,
did say,
just get to
is
it.
that men in general do not have a problem with monogamy. And in fact, I think that some men think that they actually are practicing monogamy. And this is even if they do decide to have sex outside of their relationship. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but just follow me. For men, it is less about the sexual act and the sexual exclusivity to just you as their woman, and more about their devotion, loyalty, and commitment to provide and be there for you as a partner. Now, I'm not a man, never been a man. I don't know what it's like to be a man, so I don't know if that's exactly what he meant, but based on what he didn't say, trying to piece the puzzle together, it seems like that's what he was suggesting. He also alluded to the temptations that many men face that are in high-profile careers, positions, social circles, and even sometimes the average guy. So this is the thing, ladies, I'm just saying, you know, when men are being this vulnerable and they are willing to share in what they feel or what they think about these kind of topics, I know that sometimes
All
we
right,
want
nah,
to
she's
turn
too
a
low.
blind eye, we want to turn our ears off, but I think that that's irresponsible. When they are talking, we need to listen, even if it's not what we want to hear. The major takeaway as women that I feel that we need to embark on is having these kind of conversations with our partners openly and honestly.
right.
Things like...
Explain to me what you were saying.
I wanted to go into non-monogamy and the reasons why men get into monogamous relationships, even if a part of them doesn't necessarily want to be monogamous, right? You are in a monogamish somewhat situation, am I right? How would you classify y'all think?
There's so many terms. I don't know. I just leave it under non-monogamy, ethical non-monogamy. Just it's too many terms.
Has that always been your vibe in your life?
No, it's something I had to figure out about myself.
So you were in monogamous relationships before?
Yes.
You were happy in monogamous relationships before?
Happy-ish.
What was the difference?
Freedom.
You gotta give me more than one word. It's a fucking podcast. You gotta speak like you
just
talking to me
freedom
in
to
the
be-
hotel room without the mics. Just talk.
Be exactly who I am, all the king, everything.
How do you tell that to somebody?
You got to ease into it. You got to,
So you need to lie at first.
No, not a lie. Just like, hey, how you feel about this? How you feel about that? Just little things. See, in the bedroom, if you're like, hey, you want to try something? Little things like that.
You wouldn't try.
something?
You wouldn't try to let me go fuck somebody else.
I was talking about mainly.
Open up the closet real quick.
No, but non-monogamy, I think you just have to be pretty much open with that, because why waste her time?
Going into it.
Yeah, just don't waste her time, bro. 'Cause like I said, pussy ain't that.
Trom,
Yes.
over the course of the years that I've known you, you have been known to deal with several women at a time.
Yes.
Several women at a time. You wound up saying, you know what? I'm gonna settle down. I want to be with one person. I'm good. What was that choice like? Why?
So I'll say, back in those days, I was like, man, I love versatility. I love having different options, and I thought I was always gonna be like that. But I realized that there's always a give and take, and I realized that the problems that come with that, eventually it just wasn't worth it for me. You know what I mean? And again, I can't stress this enough. Now I'm at the point where like peace and peace of mind is more important than all the other shit, all the fun, you know what I mean? And the freedom, nothing against that, but it's just not as high a priority for me anymore. And I don't even miss it at all. I don't.
So you don't think you was ever really not monogamous? You're just trying to find your person.
I wasn't really trying to find my person. I never was. It just kind of happened. And I feel good about that because I was never actively looking. So the fact that I met her, it means that much more to me. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I was looking. But yeah, I feel like, so you know me, like when I was casually dating, I used to always have problems and complications because I'm the type where I want to have different situationships, but I want to treat them all like wifey. You know what I mean? To an extent, like you know what I mean. Just because
that's how you was.
Yeah, I just
he had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
like that's how it was.
I think it only became a problem if you weren't telling them that. Because
it was
wrong
so
with being monogamous, but still dating around to find your person. Because you know how much time it takes to date one person for 6 months. And just like
you could
put
be
all these bitches to the side, and then you find out she's not the one. Now you got to try to bring all these bitches back. Like
the problem I had, you could be as honest. You could tell them every day, hey, you're not the only one. If your actions aren't aligned with your words, it's a problem because I realized that I was too loving. And then there were just certain things that I would do.
Them like she was the only one, but she wasn't.
Right.
Okay.
Or like there were certain things like I'm not the type, like I know niggas would be like, oh, you let her sleep over and shit like that. Like, yeah, I would let a chick spend the weekend with me. Have breakfast and all types of shit. Yeah, so it's like I was doing too much. You know what I mean? They would know all my friends, like Tahoe. So it's like naturally they would feel like they had a part in my life. But then they would leave, and then I'd call the next one, and then I'd do the same thing over. And I loved it. The versatility was great. I was never bored. But when the shit hits the fan, it hits the fan in a bad way.
Damn, that
it's
shit
really
man.
problematic.
I remember one time you told me it hit the fan bad.
Yeah, I've had too many instances, and it was like I just wasn't. I'm not proud of who I was. It was never intentional, but it's like it's no way to live.
Yeah.
I wasn't out there like disrespecting ladies, but you know what I mean. Like you have to be gentle with a woman's heart. You know what I mean, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I realize now, like, the versatility and all that shit, having all these options is fun, but at what price? You know what I mean? So
man, fuck these, because they not gentle. I was about to go to you, yes, and ask you about it, but they not fucking gentle, right? I'm on Twitter today, right? I got a person that I like talking to on Twitter. She cool shit, right? She's asked us on Twitter, she's like, fellas, would you feel a way if you tried to holler at a chick and she told you she's not interested in you, but she's interested in your friend? Would y'all feel a way?
No,
not
at all.
I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna introduce you.
I wouldn't like. I mean, I feel like your ego might hurt a little bit.
Yeah, but
you know what
my
I mean?
ego would be absolutely bruised. You rude bitch.
Would I feel
Go find a way. You can't screenshot this nigga and put him in Google Images or something. Why are you fucking asking me for my friend? I'm telling you. You know how much it took for me to try to bag you to come up with the right words to finally make my move, and you just slap my hand away
that's how you
and point, hey, go get your friend for me. Right now?
Yeah.
But you got to flip it. You got to be easy. Like, damn, that hurt my ego a little bit, but I got you, girl. Like, come on.
So it's not going to hurt you. You don't care for this woman, so it's not going to hurt you in that regard.
No, it hurt my ego. I'll tell you, that hurt my ego, but all right, come on, I'm going to introduce you.
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
introduce you.
Where's your Riz, man? Go bag him yourself.
Why? You the wingman.
Yes, it's not hate, but it's not hate on him.
No, you.
No, I'm probably hating in some way, but not on my friend. Why are you asking me right now? I'm trying to bag you. You want me to go get somebody else to bag you? What the fuck? Why is it hate?
If the situation,
I'm a whole person.
Like, hey,
I'm a whole person.
You got any friends here? Hit me with one of your friends.
Oh, so swap it.
Yeah, fuck.
If the situation was reversed,
you gotta make best out of the situation.
Still in a rap, we can swap it out.
If the situation was reversed, you'd be a foul nigga for that. If a shorty came to bag, you'd be like, what about old girls right there? That's what
This world ain't fair.
Come on, man.
It's double standards everywhere.
That's
double standards everywhere.
I'm allowed to have feelings, and no, you can bag them yourself. I'm not gonna be like, yo, you can't talk to her.
What kind of bitch we turning down though? Like she got to be like hit for us to really turn her down.
Nah,
but what if her friend behind her is really your type?
Niggas turn down baddies every day, bro.
Niggas turn down chicks all the time. I remember, it's chicks that hate me because I turned them down and they thought it was going to be easy.
Damn.
And they still hate me to this day. But I already knew me and your personality ain't going to work out.
I was going to say,
And I don't even like the people you be around. Y'all mixy, messy, loud.
If you talk to me, you might be trying to hit. I think a woman that's trying to talk to you first, they probably trying to hit.
So
So
All pussy ain't good pussy.
Definitely, I agree with that.
I'm just because you got one don't mean I need it.
Shit like
You can
money.
keep it.
No, because you was talking about personality. What personality got to do with smashing?
If I already sex will fuck your dick will fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
My dick has literally only worked one time with my wife. It's the only time it's been. Every other situation has gone down in flames. I'm talking about. I have mini fires all over the globe, like that. I've fucked up situations with my dick.
Damn.
Why would I? If I already know this is not gonna work out, I'm really not that interested. Why would I do that?
And it's a small world, it's a small city. Like you might run into you again. Your personality could cause problems
Maybe.
in the future. You know what I mean? You pop up again at another party, like, oh shit, here she go again. I should have never smashed. You know what I mean?
You never had that feeling? You should have never smashed? You've never had that
Yeah,
feeling?
but like if I run into you again, I'm gonna say
What was that?
Home.
What was that I should have never smashed feeling about? What happened?
It was just trash. That was it.
Oh, the pussy
Like,
was garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't
I'm
like
not
a
gonna tell you.
personality thing?
No, it was pussy.
Oh,
was trash.
all right.
It wasn't your car never got keyed. Shit like that. I've had several cars keyed, windows broken. I got in a fight with one in the club. Remember Das?
Mm-hmm.
Poured. Well, I didn't fight her. but
Yeah.
definitely poured
Drinking on her face.
champagne on her, and I think I threw an ice bucket.
You a
I
wild
went
boy.
had anger issues. I had anger issues, but I was mad because she fucked him after she fucked me. Then the next week,
Why did you fight him?
then
Why did you
Come
fight
on,
him?
Sean, Coy.
I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad he fucked her. I wasn't mad he fucked her. I was mad that she wouldn't try to fuck my other friend too. Like, all right, you leave me for my man's cool. And I didn't want to mess with her no more.
Yeah.
It was cool, right? You started messing with my man, cool. But then the week after, she's sitting on my other man's lap. I'm like, yo, what you think this is?
For the streets.
It was my ego was bruised.
Nigga was.
My ego was super
Nah, that could have
bruised.
been me. I'd been planning the train next. I'm like, yo.
The funny shit is, I was just thinking about this the other day because I'm like, in all of our years of being out, we never bumped heads because we didn't attract the same type of woman.
Yeah.
But this one random, like,
She
yeah,
wanted
like,
everybody.
you really just going after the crew? Like, that's
Nah,
crazy.
back in the day, I would have set that.
And she actually wound up years later. I wound up becoming cool with her, and she was actually a good person. She was
Yeah.
a cool person.
Yeah, she's mad
like
cool.
I think that was just her like fuck these niggas era. Son, she was mad cool. Wait, why you laughing? She was mad cool. Later, I met her in life, and we could have been friends.
Why can't y'all still be friends?
Right.
Now we can be
do.
cool, but
Yeah.
at the time, my ego was. You don't realize how much happens because of your ego as a man.
You gotta let go. Of
Your
that.
ego.
You gotta let go of that ego.
You don't have ego because you're short.
Niggas.
I have ego.
Not that much taller. than you. Your numbers still start with a 5.
Yeah.
Bro, what the?
Yeah. I mean, but I'm at the high fives.
Doesn't
You're in like
matter,
the
still-
low to
you still
mids.
gotta say 5.
Because you
As soon as
can't really
5.
say when people ask you, you can't really say your height. Like you got to be like, what do you mean?
No, I say my height.
Yesterday,
All right.
yesterday,
That's good.
you consider yourself to be monogamous.
I'm actually on a journey to figure that out right now.
What is
You out
that?
here fucking everything.
Artist off done fucked you up.
That's what that means.
What does a journey
Journey
mean?
to
Artist
figure that
off
out.
done fucked them up. That's
oh
all.
yeah. No, you don't. You have no idea. I'm waiting for him to make his he's got a whole thing going on. I'm leaving
I
that
just want to
alone.
be at a party and sit and watch all
Oh.
of y'all.
Do what?
What?
Just watch, cause y'all, the way y'all
Yo,
be
you got-
talking,
hold on,
the way y'all
hold
be
on.
talking about under other shit.
Yo,
What
relax.
type of party we talking about?
Yo, what you talking about? What you mean? You want to watch what?
How yesterday moved, cause yeah, like the way
Miss
you were talking, the
Moves.
way you talk about him, I
Yo,
want to see what he really doing.
and you see, Drew, this is why I tell him all the time, his narratives is important because he say shit and people be like, oh.
He sound like he be wilding out.
No, I don't. What moves you want to watch yesterday do?
Kind of moves, not those kind of moves.
What are we talking about?
Oh, you saying you want to see my bag, Drew? Like,
Yeah,
What bag?
like with salute.
What bag is he talking about? Yes, what are we talking
His
about?
Riz.
that's
Yeah, I think the Riz bag. I think that's what he.
Oh, like bagging a chick in a regular party. We're not talking about play party.
any party, just any party. Play party, regular party.
Yeah, I guess.
Because the way you be doing the narrative, I'm like, okay, let me see.
As far as what?
Just any, but you don't ever.
I don't have risen parties.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
him.
Whenever you talk about yes,
Yeah.
you don't go into detail, so I don't know the whole
Yeah.
story. So I was like, all right, I got to.
This nigga's hilarious. No, he's hilarious. This nigga is a
all you ever say,
bag
so I don't
of
be
jokes.
seeing it.
I'm not going.
I
As much as
understand
he
that. That's
thinks
why
that I'm gonna out him,
That's why I say I need to see it.
I'm not gonna out him. I'm not gonna out him.
See, that's hate. You're not gonna out me on the good shit, but on the shit that. All right.
How do you know I was gonna say something good? I just said you was jokes. You think that's good stuff? You want me to say it?
Go ahead, please.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, I thought
I'm not gonna say because you're gonna hate me afterwards.
Tahoe, you say you don't have Riz at parties?
No.
Really?
That's a lie. I haven't even
So
been
you
to a
don't-
party with you. And I can
You don't
tell
think it's
that's a lie.
easier in a party versus outside?
I don't think I've ever bagged a chick in a party. Maybe if we've gone to, say you and me, right, over the years, we've gone to 100 parties.
Mm-hmm.
I bagged 2 girls. The ones that liked me bagged me,
Okay.
right? The chicks that like you, they walk up to you, you start talking. It's, all right, cool. You know, I could go play it from here.
Okay.
Chicks that I like, chicks that I find interesting. Oh, I'm the worst. I'm awkward.
Really?
And just zero risk. Zero risk. I've seen niggas like say Loon walk up to a chick from nowhere. Riz her out. Next thing you know, he got her at the bar. He don't even drink. He talking he bags and one thing, and it's nothing. He just walking through the party, just whatever. Me, I'll be like, it's just not. It's not a good look.
You start doing the eye.
Yeah. The angry eyes.
Sexy face.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at posing. If you bag me, if we talk somewhere else, I'm better at meeting you at Starbucks. I'm better at meeting you. Shit, somebody might be on a train.
Yeah.
I'm way better at that than in a social setting when you're around your girls and music is loud and it's just too much pressure.
You used to always impress me with that. Like we could be anywhere. You hop out of the car and talk to a shorty walking down the street. I'm like, what do you say to a chick that's just walking on the block? At least in a social environment, their guard is down. They're there to socialize and potentially meet somebody.
I'm way
they're
better at
drinking.
hopping out of the car.
That's crazy.
You know how they say some niggas is good on the blacktop, some niggas good in the gym.
Which one is the blacktop?
Blacktop. I think the blacktop
street,
is
right?
it's the on the go.
You know what's crazy? I'm actually was way better in street ball than I was in organized
Oh
ball.
yeah, I can see that.
I was way better in street ball, going crazy. Then the minute like it's the referee and nigga,
Shit get
horrible.
weird.
Yeah, I was great in jailhouse. Why you do that? Why you do that?
Drew.
He's trying to find his way. He gonna get me back in the short. Yeah, you can never do too many short jokes with this nigga. He's like, all right, bet, facts. Game on. Got you.
I'm gonna have a little jab or two, but
got you. All right, I got a bunch of more videos. Let's go. What did I talk? What was the last one? Why do men get in relationships?
the monogamy.
I don't know what this is. Let me see.
I love my husband, but I don't trust my husband. And he knows that. Every man is one stupid mistake away from exploding his whole life.
Don't you think that every woman is also one
No,
stupid mistake?
I think we cheat, but we meant to do it. Like, we'll have premeditated affairs. We've already been in love with him for 18 months. I think a respectable husband and father can leave the house one day with good
And
intentions.
meet a brand new person they didn't know existed.
Slip into a sex worker, like, I just don't trust them, any of them.
Interesting.
I think 20 years from now, having a dick will qualify you for disability insurance. I'm in a good marriage. I don't know how I landed on that. And I tell people I'm in my 5th and final year of marriage. Are you? Yeah, maybe.
Has he ever betrayed you?
When we were younger, he did. So he was my high school boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he split up with me at the prom. And I didn't even
Still
think
mad.
someone could break your
still
heart
mad.
whilst
She's like
you were wearing a
70.
tiara, but he did it to the song Lady in Red. And
Damn.
What an asshole.
he kissed other girls. He was a child, he was like 17. It was fine.
It's forever.
But I do believe, I haven't let him forget.
Unforgiven.
Oh, they need a new theme song.
It's white people. What?
She thinks a random sporadic hookup is worse than a 18-month planned out premeditated joint. That's crazy.
Yo.
That's crazy. All right.
Damn, I ain't even peeped that.
Well,
Yeah.
She said I could be in love with him for
Said
18 months.
It's premeditated. She planned this shit for 18 months.
I don't think she was saying it was worse. She was just saying that she doesn't trust.
That's demonic though.
It is. But
18 months of consistent talking to somebody, calling them, planning, like you really falling for this person. Like that's horrible.
It is.
Versus me going to the club and getting my dick sucked in the bathroom, like, oh shit, I just cheated.
Because with the, you getting your dick sucked in the bathroom, she didn't see that coming. She's like, yo, everything is perfect. You're the perfect dude. Everything is straight. You're getting everything that you need. You're satisfied at home. And you're still liable to go do that. So I can understand her fear of that. Because it's like, yo, there's nothing I could do about it. At least as a man, if you're providing what your woman needs, for the most part, you probably don't have to worry about her having an 18-month secret affair.
That's not true.
Except for the most part.
That's not true. It's not true. Familiarity, right? People will have a whole fling going at work, and it just hasn't matured yet because there's no reason for her to do it.
People or women? I'm talking about like
women. I'm talking
women.
about women with a man.
So
but
I know
there's a woman in it too.
Right, but don't women typically do that when there's something, when there's a void?
Well, I find that even when there's not a void, women do that, but they do it in a way where they'll acknowledge the situation, right? So they'll know, like, okay, I might want to fuck him. He wants to fuck me, but I'm gonna just keep it on ice.
I'm
right?
chilling.
I'm not gonna go too hard, but when I want it activated, I could hit that red button at any time. So they just keep a bunch of red buttons in the tuck, bag full of red buttons.
In case of emergency, break glass. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Is that cheating?
What's Dodge Lil's term? Her back pocket nigga.
Yeah.
That's basically what women have.
Red button, bag full of red buttons.
So y'all telling me, is that not cheating?
Oh, that's
definitely cheating.
Having somebody around you that you know, keeping somebody around you that you know wants to beat, and you know you would be given the opportunity if this relationship does not fail.
No, knowing that it can happen like that. That's what I'm saying. That's the red button. Knowing that.
I don't have none of that in my life.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of chicks that I could fuck. I don't keep them around. I don't think about it. They're not a call away. There's no storage. There's no call away. I have nothing like that in my life. Nothing like that in my life because I already know the minute I do that, the relationship is already on the downcline. The minute I do that, it's almost like, and I said this on Twitter, the minute you start planning to cheat, the minute you cheat one time, that's like going to the bathroom when you're drunk for the first time. Once you break the seal, it's over. You're going to keep going back to the bathroom. Yes. You're going to keep going back to the bathroom. Totally it's true. Already over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then you start creating issues at home.
Just to go cheat.
To justify the cheating.
Right.
To justify the cheating.
Justify your daydreams.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I don't entertain none of it.
And I agree. So at this point in my life, I don't have any of that either. But here's the thing, and this is the dangerous part about being in a relationship that has like turmoil. When we were in our phase, when we were like breaking up, get back together, having arguments, on the fence, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. That's when, just naturally, survival mode, you start to imagine your life being single again. What would I do? Would I date? Am I going to be celibate? Like what?
Celibate.
Right? No, that's just a brief thought, right?
Fucking everything walk.
I don't think I've ever heard a man say that before. You heard a man say celibate?
It's a brief thought. I'm just saying.
Brief.
Right? But you
cuss word.
You think about
right.
You think about your options and you think about what would life be like, and naturally, like, all right, well, especially for me, like if it's like a depressing situation, like you get in an argument, your relationship might be doomed. You're like, fuck. You try to make yourself feel better. All right, okay, what's the other side of this look like? What are the positives in this? Mm-hmm. And you might think, damn, there's somebody that I might have my eye on. Okay, now I can maybe pursue that. Versus once you pass that phase, like I said, now I'm in a more secure position in my relationship where that's off the table. We're not thinking about breaking up. So I'm with Tahoe now. Like, I don't have that. But at one point in the relationship, you had thoughts of like, all right, well, what would my life be like? What would I do?
You better than me. Because every single chick that I thought I could get with when I was in a relationship, when I broke up, they was like, psych. Just kidding. I was kidding. Yeah. You like, yo, I thought we had a thing. Yeah. You're like, no, I haven't been.
Oh, they just like.
Oh, yeah, man, kid, family.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I live in fucking Arkansas. Oh, you was just here? Oh, I broke up with my girlfriend. Yeah. It's cool. I'm like, yo, it never panned out. All of that women giving you attention when you're in a relationship and thinking that it's gonna be something. No, nigga. She just liked you because you're in a relationship. She's trying to get your attention because you're in a relationship. That shit ain't going nowhere.
Try to see if she could break that seal.
Sabotaging, man. That's crazy.
Women do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Niggas will fuck you, bitch. The nigga that's sitting around waiting, oh no, he wants to fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, he'll be here.
He's waiting patiently.
He's waiting
like 50
patiently
Cent.
to fuck her. For sure. Stephon Diggs ass nigga, huh? Nigga want to be laid on a boat with your bitch. Nigga, like, he will treat her well too.
Yeah.
Until he don't.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say?
No, I was about to ask, what's the longest you waited on a chick to beat?
Oh, yeah.
You just
Yes.
got it on them.
How many years?
I remember seeing a girl. What was it? Oh God, when was this? Maybe 2 months ago. I seen this girl, another girl that I knew, maybe since I was 14. I'm 50. She's like, oh. I was like, yo, you used to be so mean when we was young. I was like, you used to be so fucking mean when you was young. She's like, no, it's probably because I had a crush on you.
Now you tell me.
What?
36 years later, she just, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't in a relationship, I'd have killed just for the fact.
Yeah.
Just for the fact. Yeah.
Just for the fact. I really used to like her when we was like 12 years old.
Gotta go back.
But hey,
to work.
now you're telling me 30-something years later? Yeah, nigga, shit, I waited out. I waited the fuck out. Only thing I won't do, I promise you, is act like I'm a friend. I will not act like I'm your friend. Even if I'm friendly with a girl and we're cool like that, I will tell her, I want to have sex with you. I'm telling you that now. I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to have sex with you. I don't think that's ever worked, but it's my truth.
Yeah, nah. At least you ain't like a slimy nigga.
No, I ain't that nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't the nigga that you try to keep a woman around and, you know what I'm saying, or be around her hoping to slide in. Nah, I'm not, because I'm too inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be like, nah, your ass fat. Yes.
Right in front of her
Fought.
too.
Huh? Yes. No, I'm going to tell her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
One time one time for the one time. Fuck you mean? Just once, ma. Just once, ma. You ever convert a chick? You ever get out the friend zone?
Yeah.
You ever chick threw you in the friend zone yesterday?
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
you got up out of there?
Still got to
right out of that.
How you got out the friend zone?
By being her friend. That ass.
Creepy ass nigga.
That ass. She put me in the friend zone, and I was like, all right. So I just let it rock. I never acknowledged the sex shit or the intimate part of it. Just let it rock. Let it
That's
rock.
so creepy.
And eventually,
She caved.
How?
let you be.
What you
What do
mean
you?
how?
I'm asking. I don't know how.
We went out.
How do y'all go to be friends and then one day she's like, yo, I want to fuck you after putting you in the friend zone? Did she see you getting attention from other women?
Yeah, at times, yeah.
Because a lot of time that be the thing.
Yeah. Like
They don't realize you lit.
No, she knew I was lit. Like I said, she was my friend. So like I said, we would talk, so she would know like the people I was dealing with, what was going on. And we just so happened to go out one night, came back to my crib, we was chilling, and she was like, yo, you know what? Come here.
Wait a minute. Why'd you bring your friend back to your crib?
Because we always hang
Friends.
They was
out. Yeah,
friends.
we're friends.
Yeah.
That's regular.
That is?
She slept at my house
Me,
before
it was.
and nothing
I used
happened.
to have friends I didn't beat, just spend the night in my crib,
Yeah, like it was like that. Like
Where?
right next to me in the bed. I wouldn't cuddle or nothing. Like they would just
Bro,
be right
y'all
next to the
niggas
bed.
wild.
Same bed.
Nah,
you know how
y'all
many
niggas
times I
wildin'.
did that?
No, y'all niggas is wild. Strong.
I've
This a
slept
thing?
next to women multiple times and have not touched them, cuddled, or nothing. It's been on some
In your bed?
Yes.
My bed.
Was your feet by their head and their head was by your feet? Like
no.
y'all was next to each other, cuddle
Back to
style,
back.
dick to butt?
No,
Back to back.
Back to
I
back.
didn't make a habit out of it, but I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm a creep.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
the
he can't even fathom it. Look
No,
at him.
I'm the creep. I'm admitting it. I'm admitting it.
Okay,
I'm the
okay.
creep then.
All right, no, that's
because I won't have you by my crib. You're not sleeping in my house.
But here's the thing.
I'll sleep on the couch. If we're friends like that and you just need someone, like, yeah, go sleep in the bed. I'll sleep on the couch. But we're not sleeping because somebody's fucking.
Listen,
We sleep in the bed because somebody's fucking. It might not be me. It might not be you, but one of us is fucking the other person.
Yo.
That's crazy.
I like pussy just as much as the next man, but I also like the company of a woman.
Same trauma.
So there be sometimes I just want to smoke and chill with a chick that I like and
like
we
to
could
look
laugh and
Exactly.
and that's it.
Trauma.
And especially if you already active, it's not like you starving. Like you tomorrow I'm
If
probably
it's 10
off
of them,
getting something else.
If it's 10 of them
Mm-hmm.
How many of them did you wind up having sex with?
9.
6.5.
Do you understand what he just said? Did you understand what he just said?
Nah, I see my number was 6.5.
Yeah, I'd have been more.
He said
I'd have been
9.
more 5, 6.
So there's
Nah,
not
that's
a
not true.
time.
That's not true. So I would say 9 if I was really interested in you, but I was just playing it like.
You're not going to be hanging around chicks that you're not feeling like that, doing all of those things. You might do it once in a while, but you're not just going to have it. Bro, I respect, because I might be wrong, but I think I know you pretty well.
Yeah.
You'll play that position because you know that's where it lands right now. And when the door opens, one foot in, and you get into you get into it. And this has happened multiple times, and sorry, I'm doing too much.
No, that's all right.
I've seen you convert.
Pass.
I've seen you convert friends. I've
But
seen you convert.
you've also seen me keep, what's the word when you're not having sex with somebody?
Platonic?
Platonic. I keep platonic lady friend. Always have. And just because a woman is attractive doesn't mean that you want to beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Agreed.
I have attractive platonic friends that I had no interest in beating.
But you wouldn't have them there in that capacity. What you just said, having them over, sleeping in your bed, cooking for them, whatever, unless it's more of a group vibe.
Gotcha. So
or
in-
something happening where you're inviting your platonic friends over.
In that regard, 9 out of 10 is accurate.
9 out of 10. Yesterday is also
6.5.
playing the role because you couldn't kill.
No,
You couldn't close the deal.
don't. All right.
You had to wait for her to open it. Bro, that's what it is, respectfully. There are times I couldn't close the deal. But respectfully, you already said, I wanted to get with this chick. She wanted to put me in the friend zone. I played my part until she wanted to fuck me. So that's just okay. 6 out of 5, 6.5 times out of 10, that's what happened. Those other 3.5 times, it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's peace.
So after that,
Not disrespect.
was the friendship different? Was it over?
Say that again.
Yeah, he killed it. I know he did.
After that, was the friendship
I know he
the
killed
same?
What do you mean? Like after the sex?
Yeah.
Y'all stay friends.
Yeah.
Y'all
Well,
stayed
until
friends?
they wasn't.
Oh,
All right.
friends with
You
benefits.
see that hate? See when the hate don't work?
Yo, I love you, bro, but I just can't. I'm not going to be your op on this show. I just want
So
you to
just
tell the
stop.
truth. I just
am,
want you
bro.
to tell the truth. These people are still in your life right now.
A good bit of them, yeah. Some of them are married and shit. So like obviously it's it's a different vibe. You know they got
Y'all be
their own
hanging
family,
around the friends that
but no.
y'all be friends around with people you fucked and they in relationships? Do the boy know? Does the guy know?
It's not on me to tell.
Not on me.
I don't know. I don't ask. I don't.
But like the
Just my
family
friend.
stuff, I stay away. Like the family, like the marriage, like that type of stuff. It's like it's cool. It's still love. Congratulations. All of that, but nothing crazy. I don't do that.
You going to the wedding?
Nah,
No.
You ever been to a wedding of somebody that you fucked?
no.
No.
Have I?
Haven't been to many weddings, so
I've definitely been around.
you're 50.
Huh?
You're 50. We know you've been around.
Wow. I deserve that though. I deserve that. It's fine. I send enough shots for those little jabs. Yeah, I've definitely been around women that I've had sex with and they're in their new relationship and we haven't said nothing.
Yeah.
Never happened.
There's no reason to say anything.
Never
Just
happened.
Friends.
You know what I'm saying?
If the other person asks, then
Ask
maybe
who?
Well, in our case, the women. If the boyfriend asks the girl or you, well, y'all ever did something, maybe you have.
If you found out that your person lied to you about somebody, but they had sex with them 30 years ago, 20-something years ago, would you be bothered? But they lied to you about
Yes.
if you lied about it, yeah.
Yeah.
If they told you no, yeah, that's just my friend. And never told you.
Nah.
That happens to me.
That's a lie, right? Omission is a lie.
Omission is a lie.
So if they just say that's your friend, that's their friend, and don't say nothing else,
I mean, if-
but then you find out later on,
30 years ago, why do it matter? That's
Then they
still your
really
friend.
could legit just be their friend right now. Like, it could be platonic 30 years later.
so you're saying that you wouldn't be bothered if you found out that your girl and somebody else that she had you hanging around had sex 20-something years ago. You wouldn't be bothered by it if you found out now.
Again, if it was omitted, if it was a lie versus an omission, that's different. If it was just omitted and there's no like sexual energy there and it was a long time ago, then
I'm gonna bring this up about the Cassie situation, right? Because I had all of these relationship situations, but I like that we going off a little tangents here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I don't even know if you was here. You wasn't here. Drew, you wasn't in the Discord. Tron, you was not here. I don't know this to be the whole truth. Let me preface this whole situation with this is a hypothetical, right? Now, also, shout out to Cassie. She was never on trial. I feel horrible by what she went through, right? All of that. And I loved Cassie back in the days. Loved her, right? So hate that this was her story. Also, congratulations on the fact she just had a baby. But I'm going to use this situation as a hypothetical on the show. Hypothetically speaking, she told her husband, her now husband, right? That the last time she had sexual intercourse with Diddy was the time when he showed up at her spot and assaulted her. On the stand, the defense questions her. Was that the last time y'all had sex? She said no. Is that what your husband thought was the last time that you had sex with him? Yes. Something along that line.
I remember that.
He thought that the last time they had sex was the time when she was assaulted. It comes out on the stand that afterwards she had sex with Diddy again months later, and her husband was FaceTiming her, boyfriend at the time, was FaceTiming her.
And she answered while he
She did not answer. She while she was having sex with her then abuser, right? An ex-boyfriend, and kept in contact with him for months after. If you were to find that out after having 3 kids with somebody, she's pregnant with your 3rd kid, 9 months pregnant, you've been through all of this trauma with her, you know what I'm saying? You've been there for each other for all this time. Would that have been an issue for you, and how much of an issue would it have been?
Definitely be an issue.
If you just found that out in court, because the thing is, she could have told him.
She lied.
She could have told him.
She lied.
And she knew she was going on the stand, so she could have told him, prior to the...
Nah, still, she probably lied and told him that the assault was the last time.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she lied. So yeah, it's gonna be a hard road to come back from there.
Tough right there.
He might be on his way out. Shit.
And also too, the assault piece of it, throwing like, when it's like, yo, I've been assaulted, you know what I'm saying? That's a different, that just puts a different tint on things. So to go back after, and like you said, to keep in contact, that's a very, I don't even know how you explain that.
That also questions, did he really assault her?
I believe so. I'm not gonna say if there was 1,000%.
The time that she mentioned,
I would say 1,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Because she's admitting the time.
A nigga that has a power,
and she still came back to him months later. That's kind of.
But she's I don't know if the word indoctrinated, but like she's a part of that system.
What's that?
You ever try to quit smoking weed?
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, like it's hard to break away from something that's a part of your system. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about the things that they did together.
And she probably legitimately had love for him.
Yeah, but it's also her lifestyle, all that. Is she over here with the physical trainer? You're used to this other shit, and it's still fabulous. That lifestyle is fabulous. You're talking about supermodels and jets and just this whole thing,
don't forget the drugs.
And the abuse factor, like, Stockholm syndrome is a thing. You get really attached to your abuser. And they know your weaknesses. They know your strengths. They massage you and your shit. Huh?
Shouldn't have lied.
How far is the anger? Is it breakup anger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Not right away, but like I can see myself drifting off.
Yeah, it's over.
I can see myself slowly separating myself.
After that one moment in court, after 3 kids.
Yeah.
Really? It wouldn't bother me as much.
Why?
It's going to sting, but I feel like in the early part of a relationship, there's a lot of lies, especially when y'all are both getting out of your entanglements and shit like that. There's always a period where things are overlapping. You're not telling the truth about how done you are with this other person, and it's early in the relationship. Now, if we're like 5 years into the relationship, 8 years in, we got kids, we got rings, we got houses, and you're still lying about what's currently going on, now that's an issue. But if it's something that happened back then, it's like, it's going to sting, but it's like, all right, we're in a different phase right now. We're in a different point in our lives right now.
Yeah, but public, go ahead, yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Tyler. I'm seeing where you're coming from, Tron, but I feel like I would agree with that not only if the trial wasn't coming up, because you know with this stuff coming up, you know all of this is on the table, it's on the docket. So I feel like cool, even if you didn't present it early in a relationship, this last month, you know what I'm saying? Or
she should be like,
whenever it got established that I'm gonna testify.
She should be like, look,
I should have.
Before this comes up in court,
let me give you everything,
right.
because I can't go into court and you find something out.
Maybe she was hoping that wouldn't come up. What?
I'm saying, you know that.
How's she gonna predict that specific question?
Because
is that the last time you had sex with Diddy?
Because you know Diddy's gonna put that in the mix. He's gonna put, because his case. You're saying that you were assaulted by him, and I believe that. But he's gonna say, "Hey guys, we had sex here and here." And if you know that's true, you can't leave your husband out there to be like, "Wait,
I'm sitting in the courthouse."
Yeah, you can't. He can't find out in real time in the courtroom. That can never happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If that's what happened. Because we don't know. She might have briefed him beforehand. She might have told him.
If she did. Maybe.
But according to the defense, up until the point where I think they had questioned him, his belief was that was the last time, was the abuse. Mm-hmm. So they thought they had a gotcha moment. Like, nah, nigga, no, it wasn't. Right? Mm-hmm. They didn't say nothing until she got to court. Right? And she was like, yeah. They asked, is that what he believes? And she was like, yeah, probably so. That was the last time. Ooh, I'm sitting there supporting you?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That's Lord. What find out in real time.
Lord.
And everybody's watching you while you have to process.
You know, you bite, you know that bone right here, whatever that jaw muscle, when you bite your jaw, that jaw clench.
Yeah.
And the thing is, trauma, hypothetically speaking, I went through all this trauma with you. Mm-hmm. I was there. I'm the one who saved you. I'm the one who's been through all of the healing. We've had 2 kids. You're pregnant with our 3rd kid. I was there writing that book with you. I was there joining a lawsuit with you. I was there up until this moment where you were going to get on the stand. Mm-hmm. This is 8 years later. You had plenty of time to tell me, especially knowing we was going to the trial. Yeah. So that would make me, because I'm a really petty, corny, emotional nigga, think that you was trying to get away with this and hoping that they wasn't going to ask you that. Yeah. And you got caught.
That's what she was hoping.
That's what would hurt me. That you didn't even trust me through everything that we went through. This is all hypothetical, by the way.
Right.
That you didn't trust me through all of the things that we went through enough to just keep it real with me, knowing that it would make you look bad, but just so that it wouldn't make me look worse in front of all of these people. At least let me know so I know and people know that I know.
Yeah.
Or at least I know, and I don't look like I didn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn. That was good. That was fun. Y'all get really quiet. Y'all been quiet like this since before the episode. I don't know what the fuck the vibe is. Drew is definitely not a potter.
No.
You're not a potter. You're a pod support.
Yeah.
You're pod support. Wifey.
Been texting you?
No, but I have something else, and I'm wondering if I should go into it.
I don't really care about a male telling me how long he's been married, because I know that there are things that women have to pull back on and accept. It doesn't matter if it's lying, cheating, gaslighting, whatever. The woman is trained, even through religiosity. Preachers preach to women about tolerating and putting up with things to keep their marriage. If men cheat on them, don't give up your marriage all because he cheated. This is just a typical thing. So at the end of the day, when a man tells me that he's been married for an extended period of time, that does nothing for me. I don't get excited. I don't think that he's some exception to the rule. Give me a woman to say how well her experience has been without putting up with anything of the sort, then my ears will raise and I will tell her that she's the exception to the rule. I don't really...
Yo, women
I
are
don't even know what happened just now.
Son, women are son. Do y'all never get tired of the abuse we get from women?
No, definitely.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
No, I'm tired.
Yesterday,
I'm tired. No, I said it to you. I said it earlier in the Discord. I said, yo, every topic that gets brought up, somehow it's the men. Somehow it's on men.
It's the men's.
Everything. Like we can get a hat right now. We could just do a grab bag and just grab some out the hat. it's gonna be the man fault. I guarantee it. I'm willing to put $1 on it. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it.
Is this a trend or is this reality?
I think it's people's realities.
It's definitely reality.
I think it's people's realities, and it's it's happening so much that it's overlapping with the women in the story. So now it just sounds like just one big matrix of the man.
I don't know how real this is. It's hard to tell what's real and what's just internet. Like the shit that's gonna get through and get a reaction out of us. That's the stuff that's gonna make it through the algorithm. Like, don't nobody want to hear no boring woman talk about positivity and shit like that. Like, this is the shit that's gonna get through the algorithm. Like,
pregnant chick, 40-year-old pregnant chick walking around the club.
So I don't know how real it is because I don't know, like, personally. My lady friends don't talk like that. You know what I mean? So
you don't know any male friends that's married that cheated and still in a relationship with their wife? That's what she was really.
I know I was dating the chick that was married for 10 years. I was fucking her for 10 years.
And she's still with her?
Raw.
Damn.
For 10 years.
That shit is tough, yo.
And her nigga never found out, never had no suspicions, nothing.
You see, that's the shit I can't live with right there.
Nothing, nigga. She would be in the crib for hours. He never called, never was like, she knew his whole thing. She knew his whole thing.
That's why I never want to be predictable with women. That's why I just do shit randomly so you can never figure me out.
Nigga sick.
No.
Never figure me out. Because once they know you, once they got you, they got you.
I'm just saying,
when
bro.
women cheat, they cheat. Most times they cheat for a reason, right? Because you ain't doing something.
She wasn't
your
happy.
Relationship is out.
She definitely wasn't
y'all
happy.
Yeah.
I felt bad for her, even though she was cheating. I felt horrible because the way the nigga was just like abusive, just financially abusive, using her money. Just it was just wild. She was.
he was probably doing the same shit, them same hours he wasn't calling.
Yeah, that's what I said. I used to tell her that, like, oh, he's cheating right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He happy you out of the house.
Yeah, he's happy you ain't calling him.
Yeah.
Fuck whether he's calling you.
He like, oh, word.
Yeah. She give me a little room. Yeah, shit crack, nigga. My problem with what she said is, right, and the reason I play that is because, and this is going to be toxic, I don't know very many women that like other women. Women will have their friend group, cool. Of course, there's always going to be their little beefs that they have in friend groups, but they don't trust other bitches. They don't trust no women. They don't trust women around you. They don't trust none of that. They always have issues with other women. But yet when there's a problem, it's always the man. If you know that women have these issues in almost every realm of life, whether it's people you work with, whether it's in your friend group, whether it's just socially, what makes y'all think that it's always a nigga that's the problem in the relationship? When I ask y'all if this is real or if this is just trendy, most people said it's reality. No, this is perception. They have shifted the perception for everything to be looked through the female gaze. Everything is to be looked through this one way, and us men feel, oh, like, yeah, we are horrible, because we are. We are. Niggas is horrible. Women are horrible too. That's all I'm saying.
It takes two.
Women are horrible too. It's not like they're just these victims that is just like, oh, everything's happening to me. She was sucking dick for 10 years. She could have left.
That's tough.
She could have left. I mean, I told her I didn't want to be a nigga though. I told her, you're not coming here.
Because I know some women that they can't leave.
She had the money. She was the man. She was the breadwinner.
Oh, so she was just fostering the shit. Yeah.
And she didn't have no kids.
Oh, wow.
She was comfortable.
Oh, no.
You feel me?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't comfort. It was more like they was together from young.
So?
Convenience.
So it's kind of like
comfortable.
it's ruining their whole the dream and the thing that they said the love story.
But I think that's
you feel me?
An older person thing, because a lot of old people do that. Like they'll cheat, but they'll still stay with the husband. It's just they just don't.
And
break
they'll-
up.
divorce.
Yeah,
Right.
they'll
Don't
stay,
do
they
divorce.
don't want to
They'll
be
stay
divorced
together, yeah.
at 40
They'll sit
and
together,
trying to figure it out
sleep
again.
Trying to
different
figure it out,
rooms.
yeah.
Right.
They don't want to do all that.
But so the point here was she's talking about the guy doing it. Women do it too.
Women do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Women do it too. I'm fucking watching The Sopranos today. Episode 3, Carmela or whatever her name is, was trying to fuck the pastor, for God's sake. You trying to fuck the pastor? This nigga just gave you communion. She's hugging the nigga with the communion. You know, they put the thing over her. She's hugging him, and she's literally, I know she's thinking like, she sucked this nigga dick. This nigga got up to do it. This like, I'm like, I hope she don't try to suck this nigga dick right now. How you gonna suck the pastor's dick while he's giving you communion?
They're gonna say women are doing it because of the man, because something's wrong with their relationship.
That's just like the ghost shit, that shit from Power, where Tasha was fucking Kanan's son, and niggas like, oh,
No, shit. Tasha was Diddy. Now that I think about it, Tasha was Diddy. How dare you expose yourself to the driver? How dare you? This is the driver. He's a youth. He's a fucking YN. You got in the back of the car, and because you had power and money, you thought it was cool to take your pussy out. Isn't that what the fucking people testifying against Diddy about right now? No?
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. Tasha was fucking Diddy. What were you saying yesterday? I'm sorry.
that was it. You smoked that.
Bitch was horrible. That bitch was horrible.
But what I was saying was they still found a way to make it Ghost's fault. Like,
And then it's always Ghost's fault.
It was Ghost's fault.
Yeah.
No, I think everybody agreed that it was Tasha's fault, though. I don't think nobody thought that it was Ghost.
All the women said that, but he
It
was
was
fucking
Tasha.
Angela. And
That was before.
He was.
That was before that.
but this is what I'm saying, Drew. This
He
is why.
started fucking with Angela because Tasha didn't want him to leave the game. He tried to go legit. Tasha didn't want that. So once he saw that, he started to dip out, and Angela was just a catalyst.
Exactly.
It could have been any other bitch. It just
Exactly.
happened to be Angela for the story.
Exactly. If it
She
wasn't
started-
Angela, it was going to be
It
the
was gonna be
game.
somebody else. It was gonna be
Oh,
somebody.
the other chick, right?
You know, it never had to be another woman. It would have just been the business. They was breaking up because he wanted to go legit and she didn't.
Right.
They was breaking up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he said, Angela was just the person that actually the wedge that got in between him and her for real.
Right.
And they split. Talking about splitting. I got 2 more topics. We get y'all the fuck out of here. Right? Each one of us in here, besides yesterday, I'm not going to do that.
Clean it
I
up.
love it.
Just know that I save you. I love you and I save you.
I love you too, brother.
All right? Has baby mamas. Each one of us in here. You good? Why you made that face?
Here we go.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, let me take a
This
drink.
is all bad.
Y'all want me to take a pause on this?
No,
Y'all
no,
good?
no. Go ahead.
Has had to deal with situations where it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? This is this person that's in your life. They're always there. You always got to have this relationship with them for the betterment of the child. It's not easy, right? I know I found me a motherfucking clip. I don't know what the hell. Oh, this clip is about, it's a young man that's going to court, right? And he's basically been in the courts. First of all, has anybody in here been in the court for child support?
Sure.
Yeah.
Both of y'all have?
Yeah.
What was that shit? That she took you to court?
Yeah, I went to child support.
I've been on both
On child
sides.
support.
You're on child support right now.
Yeah, for 10 years now.
Was it fair?
Next question.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. As soon
Wow.
as I got my job.
And Dodge married you?
Yeah.
Because now she's responsible for that too.
No.
Why you stop paying it?
No, it's coming out my job. As long as I got this job, I'm good.
But if you lose the money, your wife is responsible.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to let that happen.
But I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You get hit by a car,
Oh.
and they, for whatever reason,
how
your
that
union
works?
starts paying. Yes, your wife is responsible for your child support.
Even after I die, that's kind of crazy.
I don't know if after you die.
That's what I'm saying. If I
You could be hit by a car and not die. I'm
Bingo.
just,
Still gonna happen.
I'm hoping that you're still there, but you just can't move.
God damn.
Nigga, what?
I just be talking, y'all. Just be talking. I know she's like, what, nigga? I'm
Look at her in the chat.
you cool. Yo, she's the only one commenting at this point. She's like, yo, this nigga is nuts. Yo, Taj, can we pod? God damn. Trom, what you said you've been on both sides. What does that mean?
That means I've been taken to court and I've taken to court.
The same person?
Yes.
You've been taken to court. What was that like?
So yeah, I got put on child support, but then I had to take her to court because I wasn't getting the proper visitation and things of that.
I thought you put yourself on child support. She took you to court and they assigned it.
Yes.
Okay. Did you think you got a fair deal?
It was actually more than fair. I actually agreed to pay more than what the court asked me to pay.
Why'd you do that?
Because I was already paying her consistent money. She didn't take me to court because I wasn't giving her money. She took me to court because of emotional, you know what I mean, like resentment shit.
But why didn't you just fight that? Because if you had proof of you're paying her money, you could have just been like, fuck the child support. I'm still paying her.
Right, so
You had proof.
I did, I was paying her, and that wasn't an issue. There was no like back child support.
Oh, really?
But it was just like going forward, and it was for the best.
Okay.
Because at that point, it was just like...
I think I'm too petty for that.
I say it was for the best because reluctantly, because I don't feel like the state should be involved in raising our kids. You know what I mean? And it's not an ideal situation. But I do say it's for the best for some situations when y'all just really can't get on the same page. It's like, yo, we don't even got to talk no more. We don't even got about shit like that. Because I could also understand on the other side, if you're receiving child support, if somebody's like, oh, I'm waiting on this check, give me till next Thursday, blah, blah, blah. Like, when it's somebody that you don't fuck with, you don't get along, sometimes like, yo, the money's coming, it's coming from the state on the 15th of every month. We don't have to talk about it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then the other side of it is like, what you gonna do to me? There's nothing else you could do to me. I don't have to walk on eggshells around you. You know what I mean? It's like...
There's always something more.
There's a lot that she can do. She could keep taking you back every 5 years.
That's true, but my point is like, all right, once we've gone to that threshold, it's like a lot of men are walking on eggshells because it's like, dang, I don't want to take me to court. So it's kind of like...
True. Very true.
You know what I mean? Once you go through that, it's like, all right, now I could just focus on being a parent, focus on co-parenting, and just doing my best there. That situation, it is what it is. So I say that to say, she took me to court as an emotional response, not thinking like, nigga, you took a DJ that works off the books to court. I went to court, I was like, I made $13 last year. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, not, like, obviously not that low of amount, but it was like.
You could have.
I didn't have reported income. Yeah. So the judge asked me to pay like the bare minimum. Yeah. And I told the judge, I was like, yo, I'll keep paying what I've been paying. You know what I mean? Which was higher than what she asked me to pay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I shouldn't even be here. You know what I mean? But, again, it was an emotional thing. And then again, I had to take her to court just to make sure I was getting a proper visitation years later.
Okay.
All of it is
did
like...
Did she want more than what the judge allocated?
She didn't know nothing, and to her credit, like, she was young, it was a long time ago. I don't harbor no bad feelings about it. It's tough being young, being in those situations and being emotional and shit like that. Listen, man, it is what it is. The same way we was talking about earlier, like, you got to understand the type of person that you deal with. And, I'm not going to say all women, but some women deal with emotion versus logic. And they're
Do you think you was more logical than emotional?
Yeah, of course.
You don't think you was emotional?
No, I think I was more logical. The logical thing is like, I'm giving you money every month. Why are you taking me to court to give you money every month? You know what I mean? and then I don't even have a job like on the books. So like, what's your expected outcome?
That was pure emotion. Yeah.
It's a reflex reaction. Oh, I'm gonna take him to court. Like, you clearly did not think this through. You know what I mean? Because we was in court and the judge was grilling her.
That kind of sounds. Ooh. Do you mind if I go oppie on you a little bit?
No, I don't mind.
Devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Most women would say, okay, you don't have a job, you don't have reported income, but I need help. if I'm taking you to court, it's because I need more than what you're asking when you're giving me.
That
right
wasn't
now.
the problem.
The conversation,
But that's what
the
the-
conversation should have been had then. Like,
That's
hey,
but that's
I
a
need you to help
conversation
out
that.
more.
But it's kind of like, oh, you could give me more. Let me just finish the thought process, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine if it was my girl or a woman or my friend, right? Just say it's my friend dealing with her baby father, and it's like, well, he doesn't have reported income, paying less than what I need because you don't have to because the court doesn't mandate you to. That's not helpful. That's just you getting over on the system and basically getting over the responsibilities of the father.
It was never an issue of the amount. And it was never like I wasn't given enough. When I say it was an emotional reflex reaction, like, and this is oversharing. I usually don't get this personal, but
You don't have to. We could.
no. See, the reason why I don't mind is because one, it was years ago. My daughter is grown now, and the other thing is that I don't mind sharing because I want other people to learn from mistakes and things that I've been through on both sides. You know what I mean? And understand like, just how to move. Like I want better for Black couples and parents in general, right? So sometimes we got to share, right? So this was a case where my child was 1 year old and I was doing a house party on New Year's Eve. Had a house party. Baby mama showed up. She was not, I didn't invite her. We weren't dating or anything, you know what I mean? And she showed up. I was like, oh, I was surprised, but I was welcoming. I was like, oh, yeah, set her up. And
the baby was in the crib?
Yes.
At the house
Brought
party?
the baby
Yeah.
to the house.
And she was too?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally, it's just not something that you do. But regardless, I was like, all right, I
I'm
made
talking about one of our parties.
Yes.
One of the huge parties that we used to have.
Yeah, in the crib, right? New Year's Eve, too. So I'm like, carved out a space, made sure she was comfortable, this, that, and the third. She left maybe like an hour later because, and I don't know this verbally, but I feel like she left because I wasn't giving her enough attention. Mind you, I'm having a house party,
hosting a party
that I'm putting together, cleaning up for, DJing, setting up, and I'm hosting and talking to people. So, and also, mind you, like, we're not like boyfriend and girlfriend, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't understand what was expected, but left with an attitude kind of like, oh, I came here to probably accomplish some type of goal and make some statement in front of you and all your friends, and that wasn't accomplished. So left, and then literally whenever the courts was open, it wasn't New Year's Day, maybe the day after that, 2 days later, I get a letter in the mail to show up at family court.
Yep.
That was why I went to family court. It had nothing to do with money. It was clearly like, oh, I got an attitude, I'm mad about something, I'm taking you to court, nigga. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, it wasn't about money. It wasn't that I wasn't doing anything as a parent role. It was an emotional reaction. She was young. I was young. I'm not going to say that I didn't make mistakes and I was the perfect nigga as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, I'm not going to, obviously she's not here to tell her side of the story, but I will say, like, sometimes a lot of men end up in court and it's not about the dollar amount.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's not about whether he was actually there, willing and able and providing financially for his child, you know?
That goes into the damn clip that I was talking about. That shit is really, that was a sad ass story you just told me.
We got the same similar situations.
Let's play this clip.
What number are you asking the court to set your child support at today?
Honestly, I'm not expecting to pay child support at all.
You want the court to set it at 0?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why are you asking for $0?
Because me and Miss McDuffie fully co-parent. I fully get my son throughout the week, 4 days out the week. I'm fully capable of taking care of him when he's in my custody. She does the same as well. So I don't understand why I would be paying child support when we split. When I she have him, she take care of him, and when I have him, I take care of him. She don't drop him off for anything. I don't drop him off for anything, and we fully take care of him. So I don't see why we have to pay extra.
When did you and Miss McDuff stop living together?
I would say the ending of March of 2024.
And since that time, have you paid any money directly to Miss McDuff?
Yes.
How much?
Roughly, maybe off the top of my head, $400.
Okay. Are you in agreement to the order containing a retroactive child support judgment against you after credit, or are you asking that you be ordered to pay $0 in back child support?
Pay zero in back child support.
Okay, can you tell the court why?
I want to understand why I'll be paying back child support, because when we only been split for a year. Before then, I was paying the rent, the bills. We were both taking care of the kids. It was no problem. We only been split for a year, and I still get my kid 4 days out the week, and I'm fully taking care of my kid when he's in my care, and she fully take care of him when she's in his care.
Okay, and right now you're seeing the child at least
4 hours. Get him Thursday afternoon and drop him off Monday afternoon.
Do you have any safety concerns, Mr. Fox, with Ms. McDuff knowing your address?
No, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, then I will accept the agreed portions of this order, make the agreed portions the order of the court. I will order child support at $429 per month. I will order a retroactive child support judgment of $5,400.
5,000? That's crazy.
What hell?
Per month. Order that paid at $90 per month. Order court costs as billed. Anything further, Mr. Dell? The exchange location.
Son.
Nah, that's fucked up.
Dirty bitch.
That judge is fucked up.
Yo, it's
Like, what part of joint custody does she not understand?
Son.
Yeah.
Joint. That baby live here.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, that baby is here longer than it's at home.
They don't care.
it's only there Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night.
And Thursday morning, he goes to school.
Yeah, and they get picked up Thursday.
I ain't have primary custody of his child. Why am I paying child support?
Makes no sense.
You remember when I told you, Todd, that I had a friend that I wanted to come on the show that had a situation like this?
Yeah.
He has been dealing with this situation, and when he had that meeting with the judge years ago, he was backlogged like $15,000 in child support when he lived with the kid. That's why I want him to come up here. That's why I want to talk to you guys, because that, like, I've seen that, bro. That is
Nut situation.
nuts.
Nut situation.
System ain't made for us, or we just don't know the system well enough.
Nah, it ain't, man.
Our final clip to get out of here has to do with this, but it's more has to do with what we saw in our childhood that define how we show up in fatherhood, right? Because it's crazy that, see, Trom, you grew up in a situation where both your parents was there. Older brother's married, parents married, you know what I'm saying? So you've had great examples. Somehow this situation still winds up happening, right? Me, I didn't have father like that. Like, I seen him. And he was married over there. I didn't spend too much time with him over there. But I still wind up in broken situations. Drew, I don't know what your situations was like as far as growing up.
My father was around, not that much. By the time I got to high school, I was definitely coming to Queens a lot to spend time with him. So probably in my teens, I spent a lot of time with my father.
More time.
Yeah.
Right. What changed?
I just got older.
You was like, I'd rather be at my dad's crib?
No, he just invited me. I'm like, all right, cool. Went down there. I met my cousins I ain't seen in a year, my brother, everybody on his side of the family. And it was just a fun time. So every summer, for a week or two, I'd just go down to Queens. And when I called my brother, they'll come down, hang out with me, take me out.
Did he show up to the wedding?
My father? No, he couldn't afford to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember when I was growing, when I had my kid, the reason I'm bringing it up is pertaining to what you just said, right? From 0 to like 7, maybe 0 to 5, it's like they're these little fucking babies. Then they start talking to you and being real and expressing themselves, and they become a person. Like somewhere around that age is when, for me, I started bonding with the kids more.
Yeah.
Like the baby era, I was in the street. I didn't really, you know what I mean? It wasn't until like, daddy this and daddy, can you get me that? And daddy's like, oh, you be wanting shit. You like, you know what you want and you know what you like and oh shit, you got a whole personality.
Yeah.
It was something for me more to bond to at that point. Maybe that's the same thing that happened with your dad when you was young. You know, it's
I mean,
kind
I feel
of
like I'm the same way with my kid. Like now that my kid's a little older, I'm like hanging out with her a lot more.
Right.
She finally getting into her own personality.
Right.
Like it's mad dope.
yeah.
But yeah, I like
Those
it.
younger years, it's like,
Younger
yeah,
years,
you
like,
just stay with your
you
mother.
good. Like, oh, yeah.
You like milk and shit. I'm lactose intolerant. We ain't the same, little nigga. You on her side of the family. You need milk. Okay, let me play this last clip and get the hell up out of here. Where is it?
How has your experience as a son informed your lifestyle as a dad? Sheesh. Anybody throw it up? Who first?
I start if I can, man.
Of course.
Actually, mine is brief. Mine actually got me in a lot of trouble, right? I misperceived the relationship that my dad had when I was coming up. The relationship between my dad and my mom. My parents were divorced coming. My dad appeared to have free reign. My mother was like, these your kids, right? We were raised with her, but he was able to move around as he took care of school. He showed up whenever he wanted to, right? My mother was clear about him having a green light. When I got divorced, I sort of had that mindset, like, you know, these are my kids. I'll be where they be.
Right.
Right? I want to be an active father, although I'm not with the mother. And unfortunately, my ex-wife was not like my mother. So she was like, nah, bro, your weekend's Wednesday. Don't be pulling up. Let me know when you're at the assemblies. And because my immaturity and my arrogance and my hurt didn't allow me to really work through that, I caused myself some unnecessary challenges, unnecessary paperwork, and had to spend time away from the kids. So,
wow. You had a restraining order against him? That's what that sounds like.
Be her ass. Bitch.
Yeah.
The fuck. Trom, I'm gonna start with you.
Mm-hmm.
What did your childhood experience inform you about fatherhood? And were you able to bring that to fruition?
Mm-hmm. There's a few things I should say. I feel like I didn't really appreciate my parents until I became a parent. And I realized like how much they sacrificed. Like, having a child and raising a child and really being there is one of the most selfless things you could do. You know what I mean? Like, you have to constantly sacrifice and think about your child's well-being in so many different ways. So it also made me realize, like, my pops isn't the type where he like sat me down and we had talks, like, birds and bees, or talk about life and finances and shit like that. We never really had no talks and shit. But I learned so much from him just by observing, just by watching him, watching the way he interacted with my mom, the way he interacted with other people and people in the community. So that helped me as a dad realize, like, and back when we was talking about with relationships, it's less about what you say and it's about what you do, like how you are as a human being. Like, that's more impactful in raising your kids. Just being a solid person, being consistent, you know what I mean? I'll say those are the main things that I took from being a son and helped me be a dad, for sure.
And were you able to actualize them in the lives of your kids?
In what way?
Those values that you learned from
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know what? There's one thing that I remember. I don't know if this is a direct answer to the question, but there's one thing that I distinctly remember about being a kid, where I remember being like, I don't know how old I was, maybe 9 or 10. I might have even been a little older than that. But I remember thinking like, my parents think I'm stupid. Like, they don't give me enough credit. Like, I used to hate when you ask your parents to do something, they'd be like, no. You'd be like, why? Because I told you so. You know what I mean? So I get, like, you don't owe me an explanation, but I explain stuff to my daughters. You know what I mean? Because I want them to understand what goes into making decisions and the reason why. Like, the why is important. I don't want to be just an authoritarian because I want you to be able to make decisions on your own one day. So I want you to understand the why. I want you to understand everything that goes into making decisions. You know what I mean? And it's not because I owe you an explanation. But I remember being a kid and not liking that and feeling like, yo, adults don't give kids enough credit. Like, yo, we could think and we could feel things and we, like, you could tell me why. You know what I mean?
Motherfucker, because I don't want to. That's why.
Now,
That's not going to be a good answer. That's not going to be a good answer.
Because I can understand at some point you got to nip it in the bud. It ain't going to be no back and forth. You understand? Like, it ain't going to be no back and forth. But yeah, you could give me
You ever tell your daughter I don't want to? She was like, I want to get some ice cream. You'll be like, no.
No, I don't feel like doing
fucking
it
go
right
to
now.
ice cream.
If I'm
like
tired,
getting up right now.
yeah. If I'm tired,
You say that?
Yeah,
I've never said that. I can't.
I feel like you lying.
nigga.
She be running your ass. She be running your ass.
Except for when
you'll be like, all right, give me a couple minutes. We'll go later. I'm doing this right now, and then we'll do that. I guess I've seen you do it time after time. She be running.
I still ain't going. Like,
so you lying?
Like yesterday said, it's the way you should say it. It's a repackage it. If I tell you, like, give me a couple minutes, we're going to go later, that still means no. You know what I mean? That still means I'm tired.
Pushing it back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's closed now.
It still means,
maybe
I'm
tomorrow.
tired.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm trying to be a mean dad. Like, yeah, you deserve ice cream, but I'm not going to go do it right now. I just don't have the capacity in me right now.
Drew,
Yo.
going back to the original question, what did your childhood experience, how did it inform you as far as relating to fatherhood? What did you learn from your childhood that informed you as a father? And were you actually able to apply those lessons? And did they work?
I didn't get to apply the lessons later in the years because
Which lessons are there? What lessons did you learn?
I grew up very naive because my parents and my family would hide like just family drama or just little things. Like if they didn't have, I knew we weren't rich, but I knew we had just enough to pay the bills, get food, just to get by. And I didn't understand that until I was a lot older and I started hanging out with my father and he started telling me the real deal on what's been going on. And with that, because I had my kid so early, I couldn't really do nothing for her because I was 17. I ain't had no job. I couldn't do anything for her. But I think Parker's getting the better deal than Aaliyah because I'm making a lot more money than I was. So I'm trying to catch up now with Aaliyah, but I'm working on it. But
It's difficult.
It is.
It's difficult.
And there's some things because I know my kid. I know how she moves. I know how she acts. And there's some things I still want to tell her. Like I'm ready for the conversation to be dead real with her, but I know she's not there yet. Like I inch it along every now and then, but when I talk to her, I know she's not a stupid kid, and she sees it. She says certain things. I'm like, okay, so you get it. When you ready, we gonna talk. But with Parker, I'm just real to her all the time.
Do you think it's easier to be a stepdad than it is to be a dad?
Easier being a stepdad? Shouldn't be a difference. You're just a father.
You don't think there's a difference between stepdad and dad?
Is there a difference? Yes. Should there be a difference? No.
Well, maybe not for you because you're her father. She doesn't have a dad. She doesn't have, right? So
True.
you're the one. You're the apex. So for
So
you,
we're talking about in a situation where if the father was around, it would be a lot different. I'd probably talk to him about certain things first. But hey, yo, your kid did this, or have Dodge talk to him. Like, hey, yo, you gotta talk to your kid because I can't talk. I'm the stepdad. Like I said a little bit, but like I need you to reinforce it because you got to spend just as much time. But yeah,
for me, it's easier being a stepdad.
I think it's harder.
Yeah, how so?
I think I get to be their friend more than the authoritative one. I don't have to be the.
But what happens when you're the only one there that have to be authoritative?
We're friends.
They don't.
I'm just the older one.
Yeah.
And they listen to me because the authority is there, but I have this relationship with them where I'm not like say in my son's, in my son's life, real quick, before you go into your scenario, when they get in trouble at home, I'm going to call your dad. Right?
The Tanae's kids? Or
My sons,
Twins,
the
yeah.
twins.
Twins. Okay.
So they're already, the mother doesn't have that presence that I have, which means I'm always that dark cloud. I'm always the one that has to come down on them, where the mother is the home one, you know, lovey-dovey, and she can yell at them, but it's like, it's mom, who cares? But dad, no,
Yeah.
don't call him, right? He has this presence. He has to come here mad. Sometimes I have to show up there when they're acting crazy with the nanny. So there's this, I don't want to say stigma, but it's like, I'm the dark cloud. You understand what I'm saying?
like that.
So it's hard to get rid of that dark cloud when it's time to have fun.
Yeah.
They're looking at me like, you know what I mean? What mood is this
This
nigga?
nigga gonna blow up any minute.
I'm about to say,
This the angry nigga. This the nigga that we always got to get in trouble
Go
with.
left
Yeah.
quick.
You can't be out here just having fun with Voldemort. You know when this nigga's gonna have vodka cooked out for you. You know what I'm saying? But with her daughters, with my stepdaughters, they not worried about that.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I can suggest like, yo, why don't we do this? Yo, you get in the kitchen, wash the dishes. After that, we gonna get some ice cream, whatever. But there is no like or else.
Yeah, I can see that.
You feel me? It's easier. It's more fun.
I guess.
Respectfully, I'm sorry, kids. If y'all ever see this, I love y'all. I'm not saying that y'all ain't fun. I'm just saying y'all scared of me and them other kids not. Damn, that's tough. That's tough. What are you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna ask what would happen if, I don't know, she has girls, right? So what if you walk in on them with boys and they're not supposed to? You're the authoritarian there. You can't be their friend, because with kids, like a lot of times, you ever heard when parents say, "I'm not one of your friends," because you're talking to me like I'm your friend, but I'm still an adult at the end of the day. So like they can be your friend, but at some point you have to be the authoritarian, because
I mean, but there's a different context because they still respect me as a man. So if I was to
they
walk in
never
the
talk out
crib,
of line.
not more than they would to anybody else. I would
okay.
say that, right?
Then their mother.
There have been times where it got testy, but that's what under the bridge. Things happen, whatever conversations I had. If I was to walk in and they was with guys, I got to put the foot down,
Yeah.
right? Just because this is wrong, and because you little niggas is around two people that I care about. That's when all of that other friendship shit goes out the window, right? But once them niggas leave, they're gonna have a conversation with me. We're gonna have a real nigga conversation.
Yeah.
As friends, as parent, as step parent, as a scared nigga that knows what these niggas are gonna do is up to. You know what I'm saying? And knows what's going on in y'all bodies. Because y'all probably invited them over here and told them it was gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? So there's a conversation that I think I've built a bridge for us to have that I guarantee you they're gonna listen to me more than they're probably gonna listen to their mom or dad.
But what's the difference between your sons and them? That
Fear.
why? Why is there fear? Why are they afraid of you?
Because I'm the one that, like I said, I'm the one that gets called to put the punishments, like the Grim Reaper. You're not gonna sit with the Grim Reaper and have a fucking dope ass conversation because you know this nigga kills people. It's like, I know why you're here. Like, I don't really. I'm waiting for you to hit me with the scythe.
I'm just saying, I think it should be a healthy balance. Like, yeah, like, oh, don't make me call dad, but she should also know dad's fun when you're not getting in trouble.
That's what we're trying to work on right now.
Okay.
It's very difficult because they're autistic though. Yeah, you know.
I figured that
it's-
was part of it.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because once they get a feeling, it's like bread. One of them never ate bread after the first time he ate bread.
Really?
He just put it in his mouth and just hold it there for like 7 hours. Won't eat it. He just never liked the texture of it. And we didn't realize this nigga was holding bread in his mouth. He would just not eat it. It would just be in his mouth.
That's crazy.
And he just look at you like, you know what I'm saying? Then you go talk to the nigga, he got fucking bread on his tongue and in his mouth. He nigga ate it, never ate it.
That's
but he was scared to, you know what I'm saying, tell you that he wasn't gonna eat it. So he stuffed it in his mouth.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what when they get into their thing, that's it. That's it. That's the way it is. You feel me? So you just gotta imagine me trying to break them out of feeling that way once they started feeling like, oh, this is the person that we get in trouble by. You understand what I'm saying?
So with Danae, was it the same thing?
With Danae?
Danae, yeah.
No, Danae, it wasn't the same thing. Danae, of course, I think Daddy's Little Girl is a thing. And I think that,
So you never had to put, I mean, I'm pretty sure you had to put your foot down.
oh yeah, I beat her one time.
Okay.
But that shit, nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the same way they tell you. That shit hurt me more than it hurt them. Hurt her. That shit broke my fucking heart, nigga. I came up here and collapsed. Like I feel it in my stomach right now. That one time I came up here and was like, nah, I can't do that no more. Which is why I started getting creative with my punishments with her.
Yeah.
She still got in trouble.
Yeah.
But my punishments became, okay, all your fashionable clothes, give me all that. And go to fucking Cookies downtown and get her uniform. Now you're going to school in your uniform.
Yeah,
and you got to wear these shoes with the stockings. Yeah, go wear that around your friends since you care about what they think so much. Now we're going to break that. You're going to school with that. And I'm coming to pick you up and I'm coming to sit in your class.
Yeah.
So we're going to see. You ain't going to duck this. Now punishment gets a little deeper where it's not corporal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different. And to this day, she appreciates that shit.
Yeah,
to this day, she appreciates that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was different.
That's real.
And yo, Dance, you know my mom. I don't know how well you know her. Have you ever seen her go ballistic?
Not ballistic, but I've seen her get a little.
Nah, she's ballistic.
I know I haven't seen ballistic.
You know, my father is still scared of my mother to this day. Yo, he's dead ass afraid of her. She a 5'2" little gremlin ass lady.
Why are women so scary?
Yo, my father is
And I'm sure you've seen my mom's Tahoe.
Yeah.
With it.
Because your mom's a firecracker.
Yeah.
But yeah,
She's always been a firecracker.
I'm the same with my mother. Like I respect my mother. Like my sister, she'll curse in front of my mother crazy. Me, I'll say little curses, but I'm still very respectful.
Yeah.
Respectful to my mother.
Yeah.
I don't play with that lady, bro.
It's something about mothers, bro.
Yeah.
It's something about mothers, bro.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let y'all get the hell out of here. This was a great episode. Step parent way easier. I'm the cool mom, less stress. Exactly, Dodge. I'm the cool one. I'm the cool one.
Not the mother
I don't
that
have
she's
the
not
pressure.
The mother that had to step up. That's why.
Yeah.
She don't think she had to step up with Leah?
Not really, because she has a mother. Parker don't have a father.
Yes, she do. You.
No, I'm talking about biological. Like
Yeah,
he's not
but she
around.
doesn't have a stepdad. You don't understand that. She looks at you as dad.
Yeah.
Like my stepkids have
But that's
fathers.
why I say it's hard. It's not harder. I mean, that's why I say it's harder to be a step parent
Yeah, it's different for him.
for me.
Yeah. It's not the
Because
typical.
no matter what way you look at it, I'm technically a father because that's not my biological child. No matter, even because I've been there since she's one, that's not my biological child. So I am still a step parent, but I'm the main parent.
I don't agree. I agree technically, but I don't. Because you wake up, go to
if
child,
something happens to,
she looks
to
at...
Dodge, I don't get Parker.
Yes, you might.
No.
Nigga, y'all married.
Oh, now, yes.
Yeah, you just
No,
realize that?
no.
Oh, it goes back to the
It
dad.
goes back to the dad first.
Wait, is he on the birth certificate?
No, but
No, it doesn't.
Once they
It goes
find
to...
out-
No, y'all can go to court.
we can go to court for it.
But you
yeah,
could fight for her.
Yeah, I can, but
Yes.
it'd be a fight. It'd be a fight.
No, not really.
Shit.
Not really.
Depends on the
Nigga's not on the birth certificate.
Depends on the state.
What is the proof that he has?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how would that
Child
work?
support?
What child support? He doesn't pay child support.
But the paperwork's still in, so like if they look into it, I don't know how all of it works.
Nah, you just got to
But
jump.
I'm about to say that wouldn't even make sense because if she lived with you the whole time, that's like them uprooting her and just putting her with a random person.
They've
Jersey
done
system
it before.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The system don't give a fuck
Niggas,
about none
neither
of
do
that.
Brooklyn niggas. We will beat fire out that nigga. Not taking Parker to fucking
But
Texas.
yeah.
The fuck out of here, nigga.
But yeah, it wouldn't go to me first because
Sorry, Dodge. He did something happen to you this time. I had nothing to do with it.
no, I'm just saying like
It's not happening.
it's
Don't even
not.
worry about it.
I definitely fight.
Bro, stop picking at my Chanel couch.
It feels good, bro.
It does, right?
That's why I've been touching it the whole time. I'm like, I'm literally
good.
just doing this for 4 hours
Nigga,
straight. Just
if you're gonna be on this couch doing
this.
shrooms, it's over,
man.
bro. Nigga, have you ever done shrooms?
be butt naked on.
You ain't never done shrooms.
I need a do-over. I did it once at the beach, but we were leaving the beach and we were supposed to go.
Oh, that's right. You had to drive and
Yeah,
shit fucked up
I
your
was
vibe.
driving, and then there was one of my friends had a domestic violence incident, and everybody's heart got
I'd have been
blown.
laughing as hell. I'd have been
Yeah.
laughing. She'd have been beating her. I'd have been like, oh, it's kicking her ass. It's kicking her ass.
Yeah, I
wish
didn't
we did
see
shrooms
it.
in DR, man.
I was supposed to, but I knew that y'all was having y'all
Bongo.
night.
Nah,
I felt like,
Bongo.
I felt it
Coco
was,
Bongo would have been the night.
huh?
Coco Bongo would have been the
That
night
would've
to
been the
have,
night.
have shrooms.
That would have been.
Right, I got some.
Yeah, we do. But the thing is that night we went to a bachelor party, right? The bachelor party was us, me, him, Greg never chills, Dave,
And Sean wasn't there.
Sean
it
was
was
just- it was just us four.
Dave. Yeah.
and so Coco Bongo is like this performance set with it's fake performances of all the famous artists from the past. Kiss, Michael Jackson, Moulin Rouge, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, you know, you've got main performances. Like, seriously, you got people spinning in the air, flying, singing, the whole orchestra, everything,
Giant
the whole shit.
Balloons,
all this
confetti everywhere.
Shit was nuts.
Fire.
And then you got these waitresses that are coming around, basically trying to get you to drink their mama wanna. They're not even giving you real tequila, it's mama wanna.
It's mama wanna,
right? But they get you to drink the shots, and then they feel up on you, and they bounce on your butt, and they do all of this shit to tweak your nipples and shit.
Yeah.
These niggas start asking these bitches how much.
Cuanto cuesto?
Yeah, cuando es. Right?
Boni Rancho.
Boni Rancho. And they start talking numbers, the waitresses.
Freaky.
And we're not even in Sasua. We in Punta Cana. Like, babe, bro, I had no idea the women was over for sale over there too. Like, whatever. They was with whatever. This other one comes around though. She looked like the nicest girl in the world, bro. Except she got a fat old butt. Pretty chinky. Sorry, chinky. I'm not supposed to say that.
They were almond shaped.
Right? Dope eyes, fat booty, dark skin, one shade dark too, just like this real chocolate ass skin. Right? This nigga falls in love. You could tell by the way he looking. He like looking up. He like
drunk as shit.
Like, yo, this nigga, right? You know, Greg, loud mouth. He speaks Spanish on the West. You know what I'm saying? Little humpy. You know what I'm saying?
Humpy.
She look over. She like little humpy. Me 500. We was like, American?
Right.
Sobered up. Five?
American dollars? What we talking about? These COVID prices? Like, how the fuck? We was paying $15 last time we was here.
Inflation's a motherfucker, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Do a tariff on the.
We was paying $15 last time we was here. How the fuck? You know what I mean? Here, this nigga calls Dodge. Yo.
I ain't call her.
Or you text her. Asking her to pay the $500.
No, I didn't tell her nothing about that.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Yes, you did. Because you told me that night. You told me that night. So you must have been that drunk. You was like, Dodge told me to pay her.
No. What? No, not 5.
Yes, you told me that night. Dodge told me to pay her.
No, not 5.
We got him. Yeah.
Not 5. I probably didn't tell her the price.
Yes, you did.
I didn't tell her the price. I did not tell her the price because 500 was ridiculous. I would never.
But you wasn't paying it.
Hell no. 500?
Yeah,
Shit.
you wasn't paying it.
Fuck that.
But Dodge was like, yeah, pay it. Apparently, Dodge was like, get her or something. I don't know what the hell, because whether you remember it or not.
She said I didn't tell her the price. I just hyped that bitch up like,
yo, y'all gonna agree regardless.
I told her like I fell in love for like 10 minutes, bro.
I can't get over that price. 500? That's
US.
In DR.
It's the tariff.
Yeah,
it's the tariff.
Like
I just told
that's
y'all.
like 10,000 pesos. Ain't it?
Bro, you could live for a year over there off that. At least a month or two. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, we was paying Tron, what was it, $15?
It wasn't
10 years ago.
It was more than that.
No, it was $15.
It was eons ago.
Oh, you was getting deals. It wasn't 15.
All right, so how much was it?
It wasn't over 100.
I ain't paid $100.
That's what I'm saying. It was not over 100.
I've heard stories about 40, 60, 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, 500 was ridiculous.
500.
Yeah.
500.
$15.
Nigga, I
American,
walked away so far.
$25.
That's crazy.
And once you get to 30, it's like, all right, you scamming. Come on. Don't do that. Come on. 25.
I realized everybody upsold in Punta Cana.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything was upsold in Punta Cana. Everything was U.S.
One day I'm going back to Sasua just to look and see.
Just to see what's
just to see what's going on. Like, did I have like young nigga eyes? Because I don't even think I want to no more. Not with those girls. I would go to Colombia though.
As I said, she got to look like 500 for me to want to pay something.
I mean, you always have it.
Huh? Oh yeah.
500. You got it. It's like,
Nah.
So what happened to 500?
Ain't pay it.
No bueno?
I walked the fuck away.
She wasn't trying to negotiate?
I wasn't trying to hear it.
Yeah. Nah. We wasn't. Niggas don't want to negotiate. All right, bye, man.
We gone. We out.
Anyway, great episode, y'all. Dodge is gonna kick my ass when I see her.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't?
Nah, she be out here.
To you. She gonna be like, yeah, you had my nigga kill me off.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. You killed him off. Then you had him kill me off. I don't want no problems, Dodge or Bell. Drew, what you got going on? What's life like? What you looking forward to in this next year of marriage?
A house, bro.
You're not scared?
For?
I think I'm more scared of getting a house than I am of marriage.
Nah, man. I've lived in a house my entire life. Me and Dodge been living
But
together.
mortgage rates and shit like that?
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. But mortgage rates it's not cheaper than rent. It's about the same. So I'd rather have the mortgage.
It's more expensive than rent.
Depends on the house.
On a 700, well, we had this conversation.
But what's the down payment? What's the
even up to $1 on a 700? You're still paying over 5,000 or high fours. High fours,
I
bro.
probably would start off probably a 450.
That's what you told me. Get a starter home.
Starter home.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let that equity build up. Switch it.
Trom knows the game.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Trom?
No, you ain't right.
That's why you got to get one of them cribs with a rental property in it to help you bring the mortgage down so that it's doable.
The first thing is
but then
rental property.
But then you got to make sure you got somebody that's going to pay the rent and not get in your crib and fuck you over because a couple of months of trying to pay the rent while you trying to get this person out. I know people that try to do that shit for a year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That shit is hell.
I mean, it's part of the business. It's entrepreneurship. You're gonna have some ups and downs. So.
No, I'm just gonna call a bunch of niggas from Nostrand to terrorize you.
Yeah, right.
Nigga, I'm not gonna say that on this podcast so that they use it against me. But
I know what you're about to say, and my sentiments exactly.
We're gonna get you out.
Drew, let me ask you this. So you've been married like a week or two. Does it feel any different? Like, how do you feel?
It don't feel different because we've been doing it for 2 years. We've been living together. We've been playing, I don't want to say playing house, but that's essentially we've been playing house for 2 years. So there's actually no change outside of the title from fiance to wife.
Do you feel, is there like some relief that you're married, that like all the planning, the wedding and everything is over with?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. It was a pain. As much as I didn't do anything, I still felt a lot of the pressure of having to plan it, having to make sure you got the money for it and everything. But now that's done, I'm just happy to be just
It's funny. Tahoe, you was asking me, but you skipped over this part. Like, what's up with your plans? Like, do y'all have...
Why are you making that noise?
No, I know his plans.
But he asked me, we talked about you.
My whole life.
You've been engaged for a decade.
My whole life is revolving around getting married. Mm-hmm. Literally, right? It's taking this relationship and our family and kind of making it a real thing. But that starts with getting the crib, moving together, actually having a plan. You know what I'm saying? So that's a consistent conversation that keeps happening. So we've been building. You know that. We've been building. We literally have saved up so much bread, but now it's also, while with the saving going on, paying down the credit. Then doing the research to make the right decisions. And it's so hard for me because I'm also always in the crib. I'm always working, whatever, right? I don't really have a financial planner. Somebody that can go over finances with me, go over the plan that I want for the next 5-10 years and say, okay, these are the moves that you need to make, right? So because of that, and because I would consider myself the leader in this, it's scary because I don't want to make the wrong move for the family.
Don't you have a tax guy? The accountant should be able to help you with that because
LA is great for what he's good for. You need somebody that's good at this type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know because most, I don't remember what the term is, but I know most accountants are also financial advisors. They can tell you, all of that.
I don't trust him for that.
Yeah,
respectfully.
What's the term for it though?
He's too rich.
Yeah, financial advisor.
Oh, okay.
But he's a genius when it comes to doing the numbers, but he's just not the person that, we would like him to be. We would like him to be the person that could just set us up financially, all things financial, but it's just not him. Okay. But he's a wizard with the numbers. He could do your taxes.
You know what I'm saying? I need that. I need somebody I can sit down and say, this is my plans. This is what we have. How do we get to this level? What are the moves that we need to make on the next year, 2 years, 3 years? You know what I'm saying? And Dodge, if you're in here talking about Greg.
Try hitting up Greg.
Did she say that?
No, I thought about that.
Yeah.
You're talking like.
Greg was trying to hit me for $500 a month. And I was like, bro, I don't even have that to give. I don't know what you think this is. But that's
I'll
going
pay you
against my
500.
financial plan.
To
That's.
help me save money.
I can't say.
I
I
gotta
can't.
pay you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure he's really good at it, but I don't have that to give you. I don't know what you think that I'm doing here, but no, I don't have to give you.
Gotta take some of that time to learn it
So
yourself.
that's what, and I think that's a lot of black people problem. We don't know how.
Yeah.
I think the Jewish people share that shit in temple.
They do.
They share that shit behind the closed doors. They make calls for people to their people in higher offices. Like this
Also,
needs to go through over here. We don't
have
have that.
A lot of their schools have it in as classes. Like my kid goes to the same school I graduated from. There was no financial literacy class. Now there is. But thankfully she's taking them. But I had no idea what I was doing.
You know what I'm saying?
There was no classes for it.
And so I got people
Those
like
richer schools,
Trump,
they had the classes.
his fiance, Ryo, people like that who kind of give me advice.
Yeah.
But then all of their advice be a little different. And so now I don't even know where to move with that. So what do? Work harder, save more, try not to spend. You know, like I'm still doing them same things, but that's my issue. Because once we have that, I have the crib, we put the furniture in, the kids got the rooms and shit like that. Then we go to the next step of celebrating what we've built. But I don't want to do that now. And she's still in the Bronx and I'm still in Brooklyn. It just feels weird.
I feel you. And I didn't mention this earlier, but yeah, part of the reason why we haven't done it is, I said it was overwhelming,
Y'all
which
still
it
don't live
is.
together.
But no, we live together.
Oh, yeah?
But it's overwhelming financially. That's the part that I left out. It's like we want to have a wedding where it doesn't look like we was cutting corners, but we also don't want to spend
You'll be
$60,000 on a wedding.
Surprised. We cut a lot of corners, but it wouldn't look like it on our wedding.
Okay.
We did not spend that.
Because
much.
I've been to weddings where they cut corners. Like, damn, no dinner? Like, this is it? You know what I mean? Like, just hors d'oeuvres.
No, we had dinner. We had side.
So,
things.
but again, it's a destination wedding. It's a
Cocktail
lot
wedding,
easier
cocktail hour.
on your budget destination wedding. I've literally been to hundreds of weddings, so I know I've done the math on it. But it's like, unless it's a destination wedding, you're looking at like 50 grand, easy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's
Spend
just
half
not
of
a good financial decision. To Tahoe's point, it's like, we got other things that's a higher priority. Like, we need a new kitchen.
Who says y'all have to celebrate it? Why can't y'all just go down to the courthouse, spend the $25, get married?
And to that,
We don't have to do the ceremony.
to your
but that-
point, we'll circle back to that and just do that. The original plan was to do that and then plan
down the lounge,
plan the party shortly after. So without the budget and the even, the wherewithal to plan the party, we didn't even do the first part. But I'll just skip all of that, man.
Y'all want to go home?
Yeah.
You good?
Everybody say yeah. Don't look at me, bro.
It's you.
Everybody
You
say
left.
yeah.
You know this nigga left my water on for 12 hours.
What you mean?
I don't even. But I probably don't even.
you
believe
left
it.
this faucet
Like we
running?
left the faucet.
Look.
I probably don't
He's the
even
last person. When I left here yesterday, he's in the bathroom. I go.
I did.
downstairs,
I did.
I
I
talk to
wasn't
my
looking.
mother. Right. I leave. Go to the Bronx. This is 8:00. I come home from work at 9:30. As soon as I walk in, I hear the water running. The water's at full power in the sink. And the nigga has the nerve to say, I don't even think I did that.
Full blast.
So the water bill is coming out of your check this month?
Son, the water was
Full
on for
blast?
13 and a half hours.
It was cold water. right?
No, hot. Hot. So now my gas bill is going to be up from having to keep warming up the water all night, right? Because this nigga has to rush out the crib every time the show's over. He gotta go. You couldn't even turn off the faucet.
I was in the
you got
bathroom.
school
That doesn't
tomorrow,
even
don't you?
make. That doesn't even make sense.
You had to pee, and then you had to go.
But you was going before I was going. So how did I rush?
Bro, listen.
right.
I don't really don't even feel like
All
the
right.
fact you left the water on for 30 and a half hours.
I apologize.
I should be able to come up with whatever fucking story I want. Like, why are you finding some way to argue with me? This is what I'm talking about. This is the shit the chicks do. You tell them you had an issue. Oh no, but you.
So wait,
but you.
what did I say to you initially?
I don't care. You left the
You know
water.
what's funny?
You're paying the gas and the water bill.
I'll be the same way as yesterday. I might be guilty of what you're accusing me of, but don't try to throw extra shit into the story that
Yeah,
isn't
like
true.
nigga just start throwing
Like,
extra.
you know what I mean?
Like,
Like, I didn't do all the other shit you're talking about.
He did. What did he do?
I didn't rush out of here.
Yo, thank y'all for pulling up, man. Yo, Trump, yesterday, Drew, Dodge, thank you for lending us your husband. You can have him back now.
Congratulations, Drew.
Thank
Nah,
you.
for real.
Congrats, man.
Honestly, one of the biggest honors of my life was being in your wedding, bro. And being there for you, with you the whole time, bro. Like really felt bonded to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good time was had.
You don't have to be like in New Jersey all the time. You know what I'm saying? Got a place to hang out. Well, not really here, but I mean, matter of fact, matter of fact, just wait till I get a crib, then you can come to my crib. I can come to your crib. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because we get in Jersey. She told me I don't have to move to Connecticut no more. She said she's good on that. We're good. So now we can figure out a place possibly in Jersey.
Okay.
Possibly. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Better,
Little steps, baby steps.
Better for you?
Oh, nigga, that was haunting me. Living like that shit was haunting me.
There's nothing good about Connecticut. There's nothing in
Bro, that was a fork in the road of the whole situation. I was like, bro, I'm not moving to Connecticut. I'm not. I'm not.
They have a WNBA team.
Do they?
Yeah, the Sun.
That's horrible. The Connecticut Suns? I don't even know what a Connecticut Sun looks like. I never want to see a Connecticut Sun.
I didn't know Connecticut had a sun.
I'm going to Connecticut at night. You go to the fucking casino.
Oh, right.
And shit like that. I don't want to see it in the daytime. The Connecticut Sun. What are they trying to push on us?
I know.
It's so shameless. I'm out of here.